469-579-3500. That's 469-579-3500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
You're listening to 100,000 watts of Rangers baseball on KRLD FM, KRLD HD1 Dallas Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Charged by Mydroth. His throw to first is wild. It gets away, and here comes Smith, and he scores.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Fastball at the top of the zone. Jacob deGrom, 9 strikeouts in 7 innings.
Seager, he swings and belts one. Deep right center. That is on its way. That ball is history.
Spring has returned, and your Texas Rangers step into 2026 with their sights set on another championship. Spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network is brought to you by Globe Life. For over 125 years, Globe Life has helped protect families when they need it most. Globe Life, make tomorrow better. Bailey and Gallion, CertaPro. Choose happy, choose CertaPro painters. Visit CertaPro.com. Lexus, visit your Dallas-Fort Worth Lexus dealership today. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play. Alongside Matt Hicks, here's your Hall of Fame voice of the Rangers, Eric Nadel.
We're clear. Yo, yo, yo. How we doing? I don't hear anything from back there. From Surprise Stadium in Surprise, Arizona, it's the Texas Rangers against the Los Angeles Angels. Hello there, everybody. This is Eric Nadel, along with Matt Hicks and our engineer, Matt Prelip. Kevin Walker, Jet Nelson, and Adam C. are back in master control today. It is a beautiful day in the West Valley. We have a strong wind blowing across from right to left. There's not a cloud in the sky right now. And the temperature is right around 80 degrees as the Rangers and Angels get set to meet for the second time this spring. The Rangers won the first meeting back on February 23rd by the score of 6-0. Texas has lost its last 2 games. The Rangers come in with a record of 8 up and 7 down for the spring. That is the best record of any American League West team this spring. And for the Angels, it's a 6-10 record coming into the game today. They have been giving up a boatload of runs. Their team earned on average 6.62 coming into the game today. And it is a split squad day for the Angels as half of their team, in fact, most of their regulars, is in Las Vegas to take on the Athletics in a 2-game series. So it's the Rangers and the Angels. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound for Texas, making his 3rd appearance of the spring in an A game. He's gone 4 2/3. He's allowed 3 runs. For the Angels, it's right-hander Victor Medeiros, 28-year-old from Cuba out of Oklahoma State. He has pitched an inning and a third. He's given up 3 runs so far this spring. He was in 5 big league games for the Angels over 3 major league stints last season. Game number 16 just about ready to get underway. We'll have the lineups in the first pitch right after this on the Rangers Radio Network.
The Rangers' first divisional showdown comes to the ballpark Monday, April 6th, and it's a good one. Cal Raleigh and the defending AL West champion Seattle Mariners square off against your Rangers for 3 games. The series also lets you snag the season's first wearable, the second bobblehead, and dollar hot dogs. Be here when the battle for the West begins. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
Turn up your radio, Ranger fans. It's time for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks. And remember, no wagering, please. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Red moves ahead, but Blue's a strong second. Now Green takes the lead at the home plate turn. And speaking of plates, I always add extra rolls to mine. Golden Chick rolls are baked fresh daily and so good, they're famous. Green starts to lag. Blue is nowhere to be seen, but Red digs deep for the win.
Energy Transfer is excited to support the Texas Rangers. As one of the country's largest energy companies, we proudly move oil and gas products through our 120,000 miles of underground pipelines to power our communities and make our lives possible.
For the Angels today, Vaughn Grissom is the leadoff batter. Grissom plays third base. Jamer Candelario is at first base, batting second. Chris Taylor, the shortstop, hits third. Christian Moore, the designated hitter, is batting cleanup. Sebastian Rivero is the catcher. He bats fifth, hitting sixth in center field. Jose Siri. Rowdy Rodriguez is the right fielder, batting seventh. Donovan Walton hits eighth and plays second base. And Yolmer Sanchez is in left field, and Sanchez is batting ninth. Grissom, Candelario, and Taylor, Moore, Rivero, and Siri, Rodriguez, Walton, and Sanchez. That is the starting nine for the Angels. The Angels this year will be managed by Kurt Suzuki, and their pitching coach will be Mike Maddox, the former Ranger pitching coach. We're not sure if either of them are here today. Actually, I'd be surprised, but now we see Mike Maddox climbing out of the Angels dugout and taking a seat behind the screen next to the dugout, so perhaps Suzuki is on hand here today as well. For the Rangers under Skip Schumacher, Brandon Nimmo leads off. He's in right field. Wyatt Langford is batting second and playing left. Corey Seager hitting third as the shortstop. Jake Berger at first base bats cleanup. Evan Carter is in the 5-hole. Carter in center field. Josh Smith hitting sixth is at second base. Danny Jansen catching and batting seventh. Sam Haggerty hits eighth. He's the designated hitter. And batting ninth for the Rangers today is Jonah Bride. Bride at third base. Originally, Tyler Wade was to have batted ninth and played third, but he is out of the lineup with some back stiffness. So it's Nimmo, Langford, and Seager, Berger, Carter, and Smith, Jansen, Haggerty, and Bride for the Rangers against Victor Medeiros. Calling the balls and strikes will be Steven Jashinsky. Dan Bellino, the crew chief, is at first base. Charlie Ramos at second. And Louis Krupa at third base for the Halos. Adam Eaton is their first base coach. Keith Johnson is their third base coach. And we are just about ready to go as Vaughn Grissom, the former Red Sox and Atlanta infielder, steps in from the right side. This is a lineup made up almost entirely of non-roster invitees. Grissom this spring hitting .227, a homer, 2 RBIs. He came over in an offseason deal from Boston. Evaldi's first pitch is inside, ball one, and we're underway. Nathan, 36 years old, from Alvin, Texas, 6'2", 215, works in short sleeves. And here's the 0-1 pitch, and he whips that in there for a strike. It is 1-1. Evaldi last year abandoned his over-the-top windup at some point midway in the season, and he has not gone back to it. He has a much more economical motion. The hands held close to the chest. He whips home a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Around the infield, Bride at third, Seager at short, Smith at second, Berger at first, Jansen doing the catching. Langford in left, Carter in center, Nimmo in right. Here's the 1-2 offering, and there's a chopper foul on the third base side. Rangers in their blue tops, Texas in white across the front. White pants with red, white, and blue piping. A red cap with a blue brim. And a white tee that has a prickly pear cactus growing out of it. The Angels with bright red jerseys. Angels across the front in red outline in white. They wear gray pants with a red stripe down the side and a red cap. Here's the pitch, and that is inside as Evaldi misses to Grissom. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grissom playing third today. Their regular third baseman, Yoan Moncada, is playing for Cuba in the World Baseball Classic. Cuba just defeated Colombia to go 2-0 in the tournament. 7-4 the final score today. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Vaughn Griffin with Jamer Candelario on deck. Evaldi off the first base side of the rubber. Peers over the tan glove, swings to the wind, lets it fly. There's a swing and a ground ball to the left of Josh Smith. He lunges to his left and has it. Hits the ground, bounces up, fires to first, and he got him. That's an outstanding play by Josh Smith. Still learning at second base. Shows some very good range there, and there's one away for Candelario.
It's the kind of defense that the Rangers possessed all last season, being one of the top defensive clubs in all of baseball. Josh was stationed up the middle there, but was able to scramble back to his left to make that diving stop.
He turned a hit into an out. Here's Candelario, switch hitter, former Tiger and Cubs infielder, and he swings and fouls one at the plate. Candelario playing at age 32. Nolan Shonowell figures to be their regular first baseman. Evaldi, an 11-game winner last year, 11-3 with a spectacular 1.71 ERA. The pitch is outside. He made 22 starts, so basically missed about a third of his starts with injury. Throws the split, the fastball, the cutter, and the curve, all about equally. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. High cutter there at 90 miles an hour. Evaldi with 102 lifetime wins, 84 losses. He's made 297 big league starts. There's a swing and a foul off to the left. He's also relieved in 19 other ball games. Will he be the opening day starter? Skip Schumacher has not played his hand yet on whether it'll be Evaldi or Jacob deGrom. Here's the 1-2. Here's a swing and a drive to deep center field. Moving back is Carter, and he's got it. There are 2 outs. You know, the one hint you could get is that Evaldi's pitching today and deGrom's pitching tomorrow. And if the Rangers were to stay in the same order, you would imagine that on March 26th in Philadelphia, it would be Evaldi getting the ball, with deGrom probably pitching in Game 2. Chris Taylor is next, 2 up, 2 down in the top of the first. Longtime Dodger, playing at the age of 35. And he's a non-roster invitee. The pitch a little low for a ball. Taylor had a 20 home run season for the Dodgers a few years ago. He has 110 career homers and a lifetime .250 batting average. A 1-ball count as Evaldi fires, and the pitch a bit inside for a ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. It's a smallish crowd here today. A beautiful day, and the berm is well populated, but the stands have a lot of gaps in them. Here comes the pitch, and there's a drive toward left center field. That's in for a base hit. Played on a hop by Wyatt Langford, and Chris Taylor is the first base runner of the game. That brings up Christian Moore. This copyrighted broadcast, presented by authority of the Texas Rangers, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Baseball, LLC. Moore last year hit 198 in 160 at-bats. Also had 7 home runs, former first-round pick out of Tennessee just 2 years ago. And the pitch to Moore is a strike. He's DHing today. Jorge Soler figures to be their regular designated hitter. Moore competing for playing time at second base. 0-1. And here's the pitch. A swing and a line drive to the left of Smith. A base hit right center. Pulling up at second is Taylor. That was a smash at 115 miles an hour off the bat of Christian Moore. And Evaldi now in a 2-out jam with runners at first and second for Sebastian Rivero.
And Moore got a hold of an 0-1 splitter that time. And obviously that's the pitch that stands out for Evaldi. It's the pitch he threw the most last year and got pretty good results on that and pretty much all of his pitches.
Now here's Rivero, who has played in the big leagues briefly for the Angels and the Royals. 27-year-old catcher from Venezuela. And the pitch is a breaking ball strike. The Angels' primary catcher, of course, is Logan O'Hoppe. But Rivera having a good spring. He's hitting 300 for the spring. He's 3 for 10. First and second, 2 outs, no score, first inning. Evaldi set and delivers. And there's a ground ball left side through the hole, a base hit. Taylor heading home. Here comes the throw by Langford on one hop to the plate. He is safe. Taylor outran that throw, and the Angels, with a 2-out rally, grab a 1-0 first inning lead.
Well, the throw by Wyatt was just slightly offline, taking Danny Jansen just a little bit away from the plate up toward first base. Not that far. Again, not a bad throw, but he needed to make a perfect throw if they were going to have a chance at getting Taylor.
So Rivero picks up his 5th RBI of the spring. The Angels as a team are averaging 4.3 runs a game. They have been outscored by an average of more than 2 runs a game. They're averaging about 4.3 and allowing about 6.3 runs a game. And this is an Angels team that last year had the worst ERA in the league at 4.89. They were 12th in runs scored, just slightly below the Rangers, averaging 4.2. But just poor pitching with a 4.89 ERA. And, of course, they've had 10 consecutive losing seasons now. Here's Jose Siri. 2 on, 2 outs. And the pitch is a little bit low to the former Astro, Tampa Bay Ray. Mike Trout will be the center fielder for the Angels. Trout is not in the World Baseball Classic this year. 1-0. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to the 30-year-old Dominican Jose Siri. Siri, a lifetime .206 batter and over 1,000 at-bats. Known for his defense in center. Moore at second, Rivero at first. 1-0 Angels. And the pitch is swung on and bounded on 2 big hops to Seager. Whips it sidearm over to Smith for the force at second. That closes out the inning, but the Angels break the ice. They get a run on 3 hits, and they leave 2. After a half inning, it's the Angels 1. The Rangers coming up against Victor Medeiros on the Rangers Radio Network.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the 9th and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Hi, this is the stomach speaking. It feels like breakfast was months ago. So please address immediately with Quick Trip's new $5 Delicious Combo. I hear you get 2 roller grill items, a Big Q fountain drink, and a bag of chips for just $5. If current crisis is not addressed, repercussions may result in embarrassment, such as leaving the gas tank open, saying yes to helping your friend move, and agreeing to run for the HOA. Pull into the closest QT and fill up soon, only for a limited time.
1-0 Angels going to the bottom of the first inning. Travis Jankowski coaches at first base. Corey Ragsdale at third for Texas. And Brandon Nimmo makes his way to the plate to face Victor Medeiros. He goes 6'2", 220, does Medeiros. He's a sinker slider pitcher and also throws a sweeper. He's had 12 career big league appearances, 3 of them as a starter, with an 0-3 record and an .853 earned run average. Nimmo playing his second Cactus League game. He went 0 for 3 in his first one. And the pitch to the left-handed batter is fired in there for a strike at the knees. A sinker at 96 from Medeiros. Medeiros working in short sleeves. Left foot slightly in front of the right. Hand at the waist in the black glove. And Nimmo calls time after the first pitch and steps away at the plate. Now back in there, Nimmo wearing the number 24. And the 0-1 delivery swung on, looped in the air, short center field, and that is caught by the oncoming Jose Siri. Siri flanked in left by Yolmer Sanchez and in right by Rowdy Rodriguez. Around the infield, Vaughn Grissom at third, Chris Taylor at short, Donovan Walton at second, Jamer Candelario at first, and Sebastian Rivero behind the plate. Here is Langford, 6 for 13 this spring. A couple of homers, 7 driven in. And the pitch to Wyatt is a knee-high strike. It is 0-1. What a beautiful day. 84 degrees as we got started. A 10-mile-an-hour wind across from right to left. Not a cloud in the sky. Here's the 0-1 offering. A swing and a line drive to right field. There's a base hit. as Langford takes the sinking fastball the opposite way, and the Rangers have their first base runner. Texas trailing 1-0 in the first, and Corey Seager coming up next. Seager 4 for 14 this spring, no homers and a run batted in. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. Medeiros at the belt. And to the plate. Seager taps it foul off to the right. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Game number 16 of the spring, so we are halfway through the spring schedule. Rangers break camp 2 weeks from yesterday. The pitch is low and inside. It squirts past the catcher Rivera to the backstop. Slider got away that time. And down to second base goes Langford on what is being scored a passed ball. So Langford into scoring position with the Rangers down 1-0. And Seager awaiting a 1-1 delivery from Medeiros. The set. A look at second. And the pitch. Seager takes. It's inside. A check swing. He did not go around, according to the third base umpire. And the count 2 balls and a strike with Jake Berger waiting next. The shortstop Taylor way over toward the middle. And it serves to keep Langford a little closer at second base. A look back at Langford and the pitch. Seager swings and misses. And bottom dropping out of that slider, and the count is 2-2. Tomorrow, the Rangers play San Diego over in Peoria. No broadcast tomorrow. In fact, no broadcast until next Saturday when the Rangers will play the Padres here. And that'll be a 3 o'clock start Texas time. Pitch to Seager is outside. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And 1 week from today, we will be at Camelback Ranch in Glendale for another game against the Dodgers. Full count to Corey. Medeiros ready. He lets it fly. And Seager launches it foul down the left field line. Just lobs that one onto the warning track in the corner. There's lots of foul room here. 350 down the lines, 379 to the alleys, 400 to dead center field. The hitter's backdrop, a hill in center with a 20-foot high wall above it, dark green wall. 3-2, pitch to Corey, and he walked him. He missed outside. And the Rangers trailing 1-0 have 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And Jake Berger making his way to the plate. Berger has homered in 3 straight games, including the game against Brazil. That doesn't count in the Cactus League standings, but he is swinging the bat extremely well. Langford at second, Seager at first in the bottom of the first. And Evan Carter on deck. Medeiros delivers. And he missed down low for ball 1. Berger wears the number 21, stays right in the box between pitches. He's featuring white batting gloves. Here comes Medeiros, and the pitch is way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Nimmo lined out to center to open up the Ranger first. Langford cracked a single to right. Seager drew a walk. And now Berger with count leverage at 2-0. A turn, a throw to second. And back standing up is Langford as Walton, the second baseman, had to reach across Langford's body to haul in an almost errant throw. Berger waiting at 2-0. Medeiros at the belt and to the plate. He missed low and away. Medeiros held the pose there, thinking perhaps that pitch was a strike. But the count now is 3-0. The set, the pitch, and Berger takes strike 1. 3-1. Medeiros stays right on the rubber between pitches. Checking back on Langford at second, now delivers, and there's a strike. So he's rallied from 3-0 to 3-2 to get back in the count. with one out here in the bottom of the first, and the Angels leading by the score of 1-0. And now Berger calls time and steps away, adjusts the batting gloves, and gets back in there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Madero set, and the payoff pitch. Ball 4, he missed outside. And the Rangers have him loaded for Evan Carter, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. So the last 2 Ranger hitters have both walked on 3-2 pitches. Now it is Carter. He's 3 for 15 with a home run and a run batted in. And we've had a conference on the mound as the catcher Rivero and the first baseman Candelario go in there to talk to Victor Medeiros.
I think during the regular season, this would seem like a spot where Mike Maddox would walk out slowly and put his hand on the pitcher's shoulder and just say whatever he could say to calm him down.
That's a safe bet. Infield a double play depth. Carter, left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. Here it comes. And that's inside and low for ball 1. Medeiros is a grunter. He's a maximum effort guy and making quite a bit of noise as he releases the ball. Langford at third, Seager at second, Berger at first. Here's the 1-0. There's a swing and a drive. Deep to right. Hooking down the line. That ball is history. It's a grand slam for Evan Carter. A bullet, a line shot at 108 miles an hour off a Madero slider. And the Rangers take a 4-1 first inning lead.
Boy, guys struggling to throw strikes. You get ahead in the count. You look for something you can drive. Evan did just that. That hit the back wall of the Rangers bullpen on the fly, just inside the right field foul pole.
Well, that got out there in a hurry. Second home run for Carter. His RBI total goes from 1 to 5. The batter is the lefty Josh Smith, and he takes outside ball 1. Medeiros now back to the plate. And Smitty takes high and away, 2 balls and no strikes. The home run, the 16th the Rangers have hit this spring. They have allowed 17. Two-0. Medeiros over the top with a big windup, and he misses badly outside. 3 balls and no strikes. And I think it is safe to say that Victor Medeiros' command here in the bottom of the first has left something to be desired. Danny Jansen on deck. The pitch is very high. That's a 4-pitch walk to Smith. 3rd walk that Medeiros has allowed. And 5 straight Rangers now have reached base. And here comes Mike Maddox wearing the red hoodie, slowly making his way out to the mound. There's nobody warming right now behind Medeiros. Remember, this is a split squad day. And the Angels may not have the full complement of players they normally would have, and they need Medeiros to throw his full complement of pitches. He's thrown 23 already, and there's only 1 out of the inning. Remember, he retired the first batter, but that was on a hard line drive off the bat of Nimmo to center field.
In that Carter at bat, Evan took a pitch that was down to start the at bat. Then at 1-0, Medeiros ended up leaving a slider over the inside corner of the plate. Very hittable pitch, and Evan was able to pull it out of here.
4-1, Rangers leading in the first. The batter is Danny Jansen. He has a home run this spring. He's 3 for 15. And the pitch almost hits Jansen belt high. It is ball 1. Jansen had 14 home runs last year, dividing the year between Tampa Bay and Milwaukee. Sam Haggerty on deck. And here's the pitch. Inside. And the count is 2-0. Medeiros really struggling right now to locate his pitches. Short lead for Smith. And the pitch is over for a strike. And the count is 2-1. Jansen, right-handed batter, taps the bat on the plate once and loads up. 2-1, the pitch. That's high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And now the Angels get some action in their bullpen. Derek Clark, a lefty, starts to throw. The pitch swung on and drilled on 1 hop to short. Looks like 2. Taylor to Walton and on to Candelario. That's a double play ball off the bat of Jansen at 106 miles an hour. But the double play ends the inning. The Rangers settle for 4 runs. They do it on 2 hits and 3 walks. Nobody left on base. And after 1, it's the Rangers 4 and the Angels 1 on the Rangers Radio Network.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Hello, everyone. This is Elvis Andrews, 2-time Major League Baseball All-Star and 2025 Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. As a former Major League Baseball player, I understand the importance of having a strong team behind you. For over 40 years, Bailey & Gallion has been representing people just like you that have been injured on the job.
Call Bailey & Gallion today at 1-800-LAW-OFFICE. They'll help you get the treatment at no upfront cost to you. Pay no fees unless they win. Call now, 1-800-LAW-OFFICE.
Team up with Bailey & Gallion, the official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, to solve your legal puzzle.
Eric Nadel with Matt Hicks. Back in surprise. Nathan Eovaldi takes a 4-1 Ranger lead at the mound for inning number 2. And here's Matt to tell you all about it.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. We didn't see too many innings like that from Nathan Eovaldi last season. He's like every time out was pretty much a stellar performance. Gave up a run on 3 hits in the first inning here today. Rowdy Rodriguez to get it started for the Angels. And the right-handed hitter stands in and takes a look at strike 1. This is the bottom third in the order as it is constructed for this split squad Angels team here today. Next pitch, breaking ball. That's at the top of the zone for a strike. You don't see that much in high A ball. And the count now at 0-2. That's where Rodriguez played last year with Inland Empire, where he did well. He hit .281, had 14 homers, 83 runs batted in. He's currently the number 16 prospect in the Angel system. And there's a breaking pitch, swing and a miss. And Rodriguez is out on strikes. Eovaldi records his first strikeout. And that's going to bring to the plate Donovan Walton, left-handed hitter playing at second base today, who last year spent time in AAA in both the Mets and the Phillies organizations. Walton with a swing and a miss at an elevated pitch for strike 1. And Walton, who asked for time and steps out here, a guy who was born in Dallas and ended up going to Bishop Kelly High School up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Some of you may know that that's the same high school that Dallas Keuchel attended. Eovaldi misses low here, and the count to Walton now at 1-1 strike. Last season, Eovaldi, in his 22 starts, held the opposition to 3 or fewer runs 21 times. 1-1 pitch slapped down the left field line, but it's sliced foul, bouncing around harmlessly down to our left. So a ball and 2 strikes here to the left-handed hitting Walton. The only game in which Eovaldi gave up more than 3 runs was a start on August the 11th at home against the Diamondbacks when he got touched for 5 runs in 5 innings. Other than that, it was 3 runs or fewer every time out. This pitch comes in low. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eovaldi with his PitchCom device calling the pitch here to Danny Jansen. The 2-2 hit on the ground right side. Smith shuffles to his left, has it on the rim of the outfield grass, and makes the short toss to Berger in time to retire Walton. So we've got 2 men out here in the top of the second. Rangers with a 4-1 lead, and that's going to bring up Yolmer Sanchez. Name should be familiar, although not in recent seasons. You may recall Sanchez when he played with the Chicago White Sox. His first 7 seasons in the big leagues were with the White Sox, but the last time he played in the big leagues would have been 4 years ago. Switch hitter takes this first pitch from Eovaldi, 4-1. Back in 2022, he had a little time with both Boston and the New York Mets. 14 games with the Red Sox, just 3 games with the Mets. This pitch is tight, and the count to Sanchez hitting here on the left side now 2-0. Sanchez spent all of last year with AAA Salt Lake in the Angels organization, hitting .246. The 2-0 pitch, top of the zone for a strike. So 2-1 the count here to Yolmer Sanchez. Sanchez, a career .243 hitter who has played mostly second and third base in his career, playing in the outfield here today as he pops this one up foul and out of play on the left side. That'll even things up here to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eovaldi last year made his first 12 starts, but then left his 12th start against the Blue Jays early with some tricep tightness. Ended up going on the injured list with right elbow inflammation. 2-2 is off the mark, and the count goes full here to Yolmer Sanchez. But he got back on the mound about a month later, made 4 starts before the All-Star break, and then made a total of 6 starts after the break. Here, Eovaldi delivers outside, missing to Sanchez, who draws the walk. That is the first free pass issued by Eovaldi. Top of the order now, and Vaughn Grissom. Evaldi's last start last season was at home against Cleveland on August the 22nd. That was a Ranger walk-off win. He then went on the injured list shortly thereafter with a rotator cuff strain and did not pitch the remainder of the way. The first offering to Grissom misses ball 1. Grissom grounded out on a very fine play by Josh Smith at second. Smith again shaded up the middle here for Grissom. And with Berger holding the runner Sanchez, the right side of the infield essentially open here for Grissom, who swings and lifts one high into the air, pretty deep out into right field. Nimmo going back to the edge of the track, takes a step back in toward the diamond, and he makes the catch to retire Grissom for the final out in the inning. No runs, no hits. Angels leave a man, and after 1.5, it remains 4-1 Texas. This is Rangers Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
With X the Cash scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, you could multiply the cash by 30, 50, 100, or even 200 times. And when you multiply the cash, you multiply the celebration. With top prizes from $60,000 up to $1 million, it's the easiest way to multiply your luck or enter for a chance to win VIP experiences. Play X the Cash scratch tickets today. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back for a limited time and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
All right, 8, 9, and 1 coming up here for Texas in the bottom half of the second. Victor Medeiros struggled with both command and control in that first inning as he issued back-to-back walks to Seager and Berger ahead of the grand slam hit by Evan Carter down the right field line. Here's Sam Haggerty, and he'll stand in on the left side, take a pitch that's inside for ball one. Haggerty, Bride, and Nimmo to bat here in the second. Medeiros overhead with the wind and the pitch, and that's lined foul out of play third base side. That'll even the count to a ball and a strike. Haggerty was 0 for 3 in the ballgame yesterday over in Scottsdale against the Giants, but still having a very good spring. 8 for 18 here at the plate here in Cactus League play. Here's a foul ball off the netting. Rattles around the stairs near corner of the Angels dugout. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Haggerty. Haggerty tied for the team lead in runs batted in so far this spring. 1-2 pitch. Medeiros drops that changeup in a little bit outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Haggerty serving as the designated hitter today. Medeiros lifts the glove. Again, overhead with the wind and the pitch. And he misses just a little bit inside. So 3-2 the count. Have we had an ABS challenge yet today?
No, we have not.
How about that? We've had some games where early on especially we're seeing it quite a bit, but nothing yet. And that pitch just outside ball 4, so Haggerty draws the walk. Rangers have been doing a pretty good job in the walk department. For Haggerty, that's his 4th walk. His on-base percentage coming into play today here in the Cactus League at .524. So Haggerty on in leadoff fashion here for Jonah Bride. Bride, a late insertion into the lineup. Tyler Wade was originally in the lineup and going to play third today, as the right-handed hitter takes this one inside for ball 1. But Wade dealing with a little back tightness, so he got scratched, and we get to see Bride again playing at third. Check swing, but this pitch is in for a strike, and the count now at a ball and a strike. Bride, a native of Owasso, Oklahoma, playing at the age of 30. Bride 6 for 21 at the dish, a .286 average. The 1-1, and Medeiros misses inside. That'll make it 2 balls and a strike. Bride has also walked 4 times, so his on-base percentage here in the Cactus League standing at .444. There's a turn, a throw over to first. Haggerty dives back to the bag safely. The Rangers this spring with an on-base percentage of .363. Significantly higher than what they posted last season during the regular year. Bride with a swing and a miss. Rangers had an on-base percentage last season of .302, which ranked 26th in the big leagues. The set. There goes Haggerty. Great jump. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that is bounced foul over near the Angel Brain Trust. And Bride swinging there, thinking if it was going to be a strike, he'd be out. So he ends up fouling it off. But Haggerty was 2/3 of the way to second before Medeiros let that pitch fly.
Yeah, there would not have even been a throw to second base.
So again, we'll do it at 2-2. And that pitch on the inside corner, it called third strike. So Medeiros punches out Bride. That's the first strikeout for the Cuban native. So we've got one out. Top of the order now, and Brandon Nimmo playing for just the second time here in a Cactus League game. Nimmo doing this season with the Rangers what he had done in recent seasons with the Mets, and that is sort of delay the beginning of activities for him in the spring. Left-handed hitter takes one outside, ball 1. Nimmo to be the Rangers' leadoff hitter, something that was Announced early on. Fly to shallow center his first time up here. A home run cut, but he misses. And the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nimmo will look out to the third base coach, Corey Ragsdale. High sky today here in Surprise. Not a cloud anywhere as Medeiros turns. Fires to first. Haggerty dives back to the bag safely. Clear blue skies. Temperature in the mid-80s. Breeze blowing across the field right now from right to left. Angels play Nimmo to pull in the infield. They're shaded the other way in the outfield. The 1-1. Medeiros misses high and away. And that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Wyatt Langford now on deck. Taylor, the shortstop, up the middle here. And Haggerty with a good lead from first. The 2-1. Swing, and that ball popped up high in the air right center. Rodriguez drifting to his right and back, still shuffling, reaches up to make the one-hand grab. Nimmo is out number 2, flying out this time to the right fielder, and that brings up Wyatt Langford. Rangers baseball brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. So here's Langford, who singled to right and scored on the Carter home run. Wyatt lifts one into right field. Rodriguez again going to work. Back into his right, moves back to his left, and he'll make the catch to get Wyatt for the final out here in the second. No runs, no hits. Haggerty stranded after the leadoff walk. We head to the third. Rangers are up 4-1. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Top half of the third inning, Rangers are up 4-1, and Evan Carter grand slam in the first, accounting for the Texas runs. 2, 3, and 4 coming up here for the Angels, starting with a switch hitting Jeimer Candelario, who flied to deep center his first time up. And he'll take this breaking pitch from Evaldi for strike one. Evaldi had 38 pitches after that first pitch strike to Candelario. Taylor on deck, and then more coming up after him. The 0-1 hit high into the air, center field. Carter going back, still going back. This ball carrying well, and it's over his head. It hits off the top of the fence, stays within the field of play. Carter retrieves. Candelario's on his way to third, and he'll get there sliding in, but Candelario is like, don't I get to go another 90 feet with that one?
That ball had incredible carry. I mean, Carter thought he was camped under that thing 10 feet in front of the warning track.
Now, watching one of the base umpires communicating with the Angels dugout, but it looks like it's going to stand as a triple right off the top of the fence in dead center field. Carter banged into the padded wall, giving the impression that he wasn't exactly sure how far he was from the wall. Here, Taylor with a ground ball deep in the hole at short. Seager stops it, but by the time he plants, he can't get situated, and even if he did, he wasn't going to throw, so he just eats the baseball. Taylor reaches on the infield hit. That scores Candelario from third, and the Angels trim the Ranger lead now to 4-2.
It looked like Corey caught a spike just as he was planting to throw to first base, and that eliminated any possibility of even trying the throw.
So Taylor is 2 for 2. I'm beginning to think that anytime I'm in the ballpark and Chris Taylor is playing, good things are going to happen for him. Here's Christian Moore with a swing and a miss. Strike one. I think I've told you the story before, Eric, that after the 2021 season, my wife and I were out in Los Angeles to visit our son, and we had a complete free day, let's put it that way, and we were at lunch in downtown Los Angeles, and my wife noticed a ton of people walking around in Dodger uniforms and Cardinals uniforms. And we're halfway through lunch, and she goes, "Is there a baseball game here today?" And this is October, mind you. There's a ball driven up the alley in right center field, and closing quickly is Nimmo, and he'll make the catch as he slides to a D, pops up quickly, fires it back in. Taylor was almost at second. He returns to first as Moore lines out to the gap in right center. Nice play there by Brandon Nimmo, a left fielder more by trade, but figures to start in right field for the Rangers this season. And given his defensive metrics, he's sort of considered an average outfielder, but that was an above-average play.
Yeah, that ball had some slice to it moving back toward Nimmo, but it left the bat at 106 miles an hour. They're making some loud noises against Evo.
So 1 on, 1 out, 1 run in. Here's Sebastian Rivero, and he takes strike one. So anyway, is there something going on here today? I go, well, honey, tonight at Dodger Stadium is the National League wild card game. And there's a moment of silence there. Now, remember, we had just completed a long season. The last thing I'm thinking about is buying a ticket to see a baseball game after calling almost 162. Here is a little lob in front of Josh Smith, and he'll play it on the bounce. So they get the force on Taylor, who thought that Smith was going to catch it, but Rivero is safe at first. That ball was hit very softly. So that little short liner in the infield goes as a 4-6 putout. Rivero reaches first on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Jose Siri. So anyway, there's this moment of silence, and I don't say anything. I'm not going to suggest that we try to go to the National League wildcard game. Siri with a swing and a miss. Strike one. But after a while, she goes, well, you want to see if we can get some tickets and go see the game? I say, well, honey, it's the National League wildcard game. It's the Dodgers playing the Cardinals. It's probably sold out. But right there at lunch, I went on my phone, went online. Here's a high fly ball down the left field line. Langford giving chase into the corner. It's out of play, and it's a foul ball. So 0-2 the count to Siri. So I look, and I see that in the very upper deck, right behind home plate, not the back row, but the next to last row, there are a couple of seats I can get at a reasonable price. I get them. We go to the game. Dodgers beat the Cardinals 3-1 in extra innings on a walk-off home run by Chris Taylor.
All right.
The 0-2 swing and a miss. Siri went after a high one, and he strikes out to conclude this top half of the third. Angels get a run back on a couple of hits. They leave a man. We've played 2.5. It's 4-2 Texas. You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Hall of Fame linebacker Mike Singletary is always cool under pressure.
Not always. Last summer, our AC went out and our house was hot. One of my cool friends recommended Baker Brothers at callbakernow.com. They came out, diagnosed the problem, and told us what they needed to do to fix it. They were professionals and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Wow.
If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com.
Great service.
The
The Rangers are giving away a team record 16 different bobbleheads in 2026. It's the season of Nod. And on Saturday, April 4th, you can score the season's first, the Dot Race Results bobblehead, presented by Golden Chick.
A reminder, this is an exhibition. No wagering, please.
Just be one of the first 10,000 fans at the ballpark for the Rangers-Reds game. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
Our bottom half of the third inning, part of the order coming up here for the Rangers. Glad to have you along on this Sunday afternoon for some Rangers spring training baseball. Matt Hicks along with Eric Nadel. Matt Prelip, our engineer here in-house. We've got Kevin Walker, Jet Nelson, and Adam Say back in master control. Tomorrow, the Rangers are going to be in Peoria taking on the San Diego Padres. Our next coverage of Rangers baseball will be coming up this next Saturday when the Rangers take on the Padres here in Surprise. All right, bottom half of the third inning, Corey Seager at the dish. Seager drew a walk his first time up, scored on the Evan Carter grand slam. Madero's still out there for the Angels, and there's a wicked breaking pitch. Swing and a miss by Corey for strike one. Seager 4 for 14 this spring. He's walked a couple of times. The 0-1. Check swing, or did he go? On appeal, that's a swinging strike. So Corey behind in the count here at 0-2. Jake Berger on deck, and then Evan Carter coming up after him. Maderos into the line and the 0-2. Yeah, that pitch comes in low. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield here playing Seager to pull. Wind picking up now. A lot stronger blowing across the field from right to left. The 1-2 is hit up into the air toward third base. Grissom giving chase, but this one will get blown by the wind well back into the seats. So we'll keep it here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, we've been talking about the fact that Rangers had an outstanding defensive season last year. I was going to bring this up during the broadcast yesterday with the Giants, but it's appropriate to bring it up here against the Angels as well. As Maderos comes home with a 1-2 and misses outside. Looked like he was trying to place that pitch on the outside corner. Missed. And the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yesterday, in taking on the Giants, the Rangers were taking on a Giants team that didn't pitch anywhere near as well as the Rangers last year. Swing and a miss by Corey here. He strikes out for the first out of the bottom of the third. But the two teams were somewhat similar offensively. But the Giants were very poor defensively. And you can say that about the Angels last year as well. I'm going to talk about one defensive measurement in particular as Jake Berger stands in, and he looks at strike one. That measurement being defensive efficiency, which is a measurement of the percentage of balls that have been put in play that are converted into outs. This pitch is low. Gets by Rivero. 1 ball, 1 strike to Berger. It's a stat that you can find on baseballreference.com. And the Rangers were tops in baseball last year in defensive efficiency. Essentially converting balls in play into outs 72% of the time. Swing here and a foul that just clips off the top of the screen behind home plate. And it's 1-2 now to Berger. The Angels last year had a defensive efficiency of .689, or just under 69%, and that ranked 23rd in Major League Baseball. Berger looks at one outside, and the count levels here to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Giants, whom the Rangers played yesterday, last year their defensive efficiency was .684. They were 28th in baseball. 2-2. swing here and a foul ball straight back. And so the count holds. And already here today, the play by Josh Smith in the first inning on Vaughn Grissom, the play by Brandon Nimmo on the ball hit by Christian Moore in the third. I think certainly could be considered above average plays. 2-2 pitch. Look out, Berger ducks. That one was maybe not even at his head. It looked like it was a little bit behind his head as that one slipped out of Medeiros' hand and the count goes full. Again, Medeiros has issued 4 walks today. And in addition to just throwing a lot of balls, he just doesn't have command of much of anything.
That was supposed to be a sweeper.
It swept the wrong way. Full count now to Berger. And that one's fouled off the netting. It will land very close to the Texas tee between the Ranger dugout and the first base line. So we stay at 3-2. And the triple that Candelario hit at the top of this inning that went right off the top of the fencing above the wall in center, that's not a ball that Evan Carter could have made a play on had he read it properly. Even if he had read it properly and was back there, he wasn't going to get to it. Here's a liner into right. Coming in to make a diving play is Rodriguez, and he'll make the catch. Rodriguez coming in, big body, makes a diving catch. He's running in from right field towards second base, maybe even a little bit toward the left, and has to turn his body while making a diving attempt. And he is very slow to get up. One of the athletic trainers for the Angels jogging out to right field. Walton and Siri are out there to help Rodriguez, and he finally gets up. Just a terrific play on a sinking line drive during the regular season. That'll help the Angels' defensive efficiency. But a nice play there for the second out in the inning. Let's pause here 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves. This is the Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Well, Rodriguez up on his own and finally slowly walks back to his position. He's just 22 years of age from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Moved with his family to Boston at the age of 16. And then later moved to Statesboro, Georgia, where he went to high school. He was actually a 19th round pick of the Angels back in 2023. Sort of highly thought of prospect. Here's Carter looping one out into left. Yolmer Sanchez running toward the line will make the play to retire Carter for the final out in the inning. The Rangers go in order. We head to the fourth. Texas 4, LA 2. You're listening to Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona, La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Gather around Ranger fans for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks, red, blue, or green. And they're off. Red quickly pulls ahead with blue and green coming up fast as they round the turn. My stomach reminds me that dinner is also just around the corner. I'm hungry for some crispy, delicious fried chicken. Juicy and tender Golden Chick is a winner in my book. And who wins the Golden Chick Dot Race? It's a photo finish with green taking the checkered flag by a nose.
As an official partner of the Texas Rangers, Lockheed Martin is proud to be part of the rich heritage of the Rangers and the many fans who cheer the team on at Globe Life Field. It is with that same pride we support our local communities and customers. From the frontline workers to the members of our armed forces safeguarding life and liberty, we're here to help them with their most important missions.
We are in the clubhouse, on the field, and more. Nobody covers Rangers baseball like your home of the Rangers. 105.3 The Fan.
Here comes the fourth inning, and here comes Rowdy Rodriguez to lead it off. The man who made that outstanding defensive play to rob Jake Berger of a base hit. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim, his first time up against Nathan Eovaldi. Big game Nate has thrown 47 pitches so far. Medeiros has thrown 61. And we are getting some action in the Angels bullpen. There's a swing and a roller out to short. Charged by Seager. His throw is true. One pitch, and Rodriguez is retired. And Donovan Walton coming up next with the Rangers leading 4-2. In the World Baseball Classic, Italy has gone 2-0. As they win today, they beat Great Britain 7-4. The Brits are now 0-2. So Italy making a case to advance to the quarterfinals, but they haven't played the U.S. or Mexico yet. Those are the top two teams you would think in their group. First pitch a little bit low, ball one to Donovan Walton, grounded to second his first time, a left-handed hitter. And Walton yanks one foul down the right field line and out of play. The U.S. will play Italy on Tuesday, and Mexico will play Italy on Wednesday. There's a swing and a roller to first, scooped up by Berger. Shovels underhand to Eovaldi, and there's the second out of the inning. And Eovaldi now has retired 5 men in a row. His longest such stretch of the game. He's working with a 4-2 lead, and he'll face the number 9 batter, Yolmer Sanchez. Cuba today defeated Colombia 7-4. Cuba now 2-0 in the tournament, and Colombia falls to 0-3. So they're in big trouble. The Dominican hammered the Netherlands 12-1 behind Luis Severino. That pitch is outside. Juan Soto with a big home run there to invoke the mercy rule after 7 innings. 12-1 Dominican over Netherlands. Dominican now 2-0. Netherlands 1-2. There's a swing and a foul ball back. 2 teams from each group will advance to the quarterfinals. Japan has become the first team to advance as they defeated Australia 4-3 today. Australia now 2-1. Japan 3-0. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Slow curve in there for a strike. He buckled the knees of Sanchez, and we're going to get a challenge on this. The first ABS challenge of the game, and that pitch was in fact a ball. So Sanchez got that one right. Evo trying for his first 1-2-3 inning. He fires 1-1, and there's a strike. It is 1-2. Later on today, Nicaragua 0-2 will play Israel 0-1. And Panama 0-2 will play Canada. Canada is 1-0. Here's the pitch, foul back. Brazil and Mexico will also play later on today. Brazil 0-2 and Mexico 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the fourth. Rangers on top 4-2 on the strength of an Evan Carter grand slam. Here's the pitch, and that just missed. And the count has gone full to Yolmer Sanchez. Josh Lowe figures to be the primary left fielder. He's Nathaniel Lowe's brother, over from Tampa Bay. 3-2 pitch and a call, strike 3. Down goes Sanchez and the Angels, as Evo has now retired 6 men in a row. That is his third punch out of the afternoon. After 3.5, the score remains the Rangers 4 and the Angels 2 on the Rangers Radio Network.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, And your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
Sam Bachman takes to the mound for the Angels as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Texas leading 4-2. Bachman has pitched twice this spring. He has given up no runs and no hits in an inning and 2/3. He's walked 3, struck out 3. Josh Smith, Danny Jansen, Sam Haggerty to do the swinging against this right-hander. Madero's charged with 4 runs in 3 innings. He allowed just 2 hits but walked 4 and gave up a grand slam. Struck out 2. And the first pitch from Bachman, working in short sleeves, is a strike over the outside corner. Bachman, 26 years of age, out of Miami of Ohio, a first-round pick in 2021. The 0-1 pitch, that is high for a ball. Last year, Bachman was in 23 games in relief for the Angels with an earned run average of 6.20 in 20 innings of work. Bachman at the belt and to the plate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bachman born in Indianapolis. He's ready at the belt and lets it fly. And there's a swing and a looping drive left field toward the line, and it falls for a base hit beyond the reach of Sanchez. And Josh Smith, who walked his first time up, is on once again. He's now 7 for 23 for the spring, has that batting average up over 300. And Danny Jansen is coming up next. Jansen, right-handed batter, hit a P right at the shortstop into a double play his first time up. The set by Bachman, a throw to first, and diving back in is Josh Smith. Bachman last year was outstanding at AAA. At Salt Lake, he had an 0.71 ERA in 24 appearances, covering 25 innings. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. Remember, that is a very tough place to pitch. An 0.71 ERA and opposing batting average of 2.07 in the minors last year. Smith edging away at first, and he's running. The pitch is taken. The throw to second base. He is out at second. Nice one-hop throw by Rivero. Picked neatly by Walton, who puts the tag on Josh Smith. The pitch was called a strike to Danny Jansen. And there is 1 out here, and the base is clear in the Ranger 4th inning.
A lot happening on that particular play. Nice throw by Rivero, and it's more the location of the throw than anything to the first base side of second with a bounce that Walton could handle and quickly get the tag down.
0-2 the count now. And here's the pitch, and Jansen takes a call, strike 3. 2 outs, and Haggerty coming up with the Rangers leading 4-2. Hey, grant applications are being accepted for the Rangers baseball and softball grant program. Grant applications will be accepted through June the 30th. The program designed to provide financial support for nonprofits, cities, and schools that need support for their baseball and softball programs. Funding can support capital projects, equipment, program expenses, and uniforms. Applications are available at rangers.com/grants. The pitch is high and inside to Sam Haggerty for ball 1. Haggerty drew a walk his first time up. 4 runs, 3 hits for Texas, 2 runs, 5 hits for the Angels. The 1-0 delivery fouled off at the plate. The Rangers won the season series last year over the Halos, 8-5, as the Angels went 72-90 for the year. The set and the pitch, and that is outside. The teams will not play each other until late May this year. Rangers going to Anaheim for 3 games, May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The Angels don't come to our place till early July. There's a swing, and there's a foul back off the bat of Sam Haggerty. Haggerty to be followed by Jonah Bride. News earlier today, the Rangers on waivers claimed speedy outfielder Dairon Blanco from the Kansas City Royals. Blanco, primarily a pinch runner throughout his career. Rangers claim him on waivers, and Blanco does have options remaining. So he can start the year in the minors without threat of losing him. Pitch to Haggerty, taken for a call, strike 3, and that's all for the Rangers in the 4th. No runs, a hit, nobody left. 4 innings in the books. Rangers 4, Angels 2 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. The first homestand of the 2026 season starts with a weekend series against the Cincinnati Reds April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Tickets at Rangers.com.
Ever wondered what it takes to move all the gear to support 75 players, a dozen trainers, and a Palomino to Surprise, Arizona? PGL, Rangers captain, and all your Texas Rangers know that it's a big job. And PGL is proud to be the official team logistics partner.
Visit shippgl.com/Rangers or call 833-SHIP-PGL to talk with one of our experts to take care of your business. From Surprise to Singapore and everywhere in between, we'll get you in the game.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the 9th and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
AMR, the official emergency response team of the Texas Rangers, invites you to follow your passion and find your purpose with a career in emergency medical services. Make the EMS big leagues with the national leader in emergency medical services and play a vital role providing care in any crisis. To learn more, visit amr.net/careers.
Nathan Edward Eovaldi, working with a 4-2 Ranger lead, is back for the 5th inning. He'll face the top of the order for the 3rd time, Grissom, Candelaria, and Taylor. Grissom 0 for 2 has grounded to second and fly to right. Righty to righty, and the pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. As Evo dropped that curveball in there at 77 miles an hour. That was his 59th pitch of the day. The Rangers do have action in the bullpen. The 0-1 delivery, check swing, he went around on a low splitter, and the count is 0-2 now on Vaughn Grissom. Grissom wearing the number 5, Albert Pujols' old number. Pujols managing the Dominican team in the World Baseball Classic. The pitch is in the dirt outside. That curveball got away. And the count is 1-2. It is right-hander Luis Curvelo warming in the bullpen for the Rangers today. Alexis Diaz also expected to pitch this afternoon. The 1-2 delivery and a bouncing ball hit to third. Big high hop for Jonah Bride, chest high, pegs to first, and there's one away. Now, we talked about the possibility of Eovaldi being the opening day starter. Again, he's been the opening day starter the last 2 years. Kevin Millwood, the last Ranger pitcher to start on opening day more than 2 consecutive years. He actually started 4 consecutive opening days from 2006 to 2009. Charlie Huff and Nolan Ryan each had 3 consecutive opening day starts. And Eovaldi, you would imagine, will probably get his 3rd this year as the pitch is fired in there. If he were to pitch on 5 days rest, each time his turn comes up the rest of the way through spring training, he would be in line to start on opening day on 5 days rest. The 0-1 pitch fouled away, so he would pitch again next Saturday, the 14th of March, the following Friday, the 20th of March, and then on 5 days rest in Philadelphia to start the regular season on the 26th of March. Here comes the pitch. There's a high fly ball, foul on the first base side. Long run for Berger. He's not going to get there. That one is back out of play.
It's funny how that always seems to dovetail nicely with the start of the season, almost as if there was a plan.
It seems to be becoming more and more evident with Eovaldi getting the nod today. Here's the pitch. It is low, but again, nothing official announced by manager Skip Schumacher. One and two the count. One out in the top of the fifth. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Well-placed cutter in on the hands of Candelario. That is the fourth strikeout for Evo. He's had one in each of the last 4 innings. And he's on a roll right now. He's retired 8 consecutive batters. As Chris Taylor comes up, Taylor has 2 of the 5 hits off of Eovaldi. A pair of singles. He has scored a run and driven in a run. 4-2 Texas, 5th inning. And there's a swing and a roller out to Seager. He sets and throws, and he got him. An easy 1-2-3 inning for Eovaldi. You would think his day is done. At around 69 pitches. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Rangers 4, Angels 2 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. Because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third-row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Baseball didn't start with bright lights and packed stadiums. It started on dusty fields with worn gloves and players chasing something bigger than the game.
This is your progressive progress in sports.
Over time, the game evolved. Stronger athletes, smarter strategy, new voices, new legends. Progress isn't instant. It's inning by inning and pitch by pitch. Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
4-2, the Rangers lead the Angels after 4.5 innings. Jonah Bride will lead off against Sam Bachman in the bottom of the 5th for Texas. Bride batting 9th to be followed by Nimmo and then Langford. Andrew McCutchen, by the way, is in camp. We understand he expects to DH tomorrow. Here's the pitch. And there's a fastball to Bride for a strike. He struck out looking his first time up. You got a chance to visit with Andrew today?
A little bit. Yeah, obviously, he's very happy to be here and is looking forward to doing the work to make this opening day roster.
There's a fastball thrown for a strike on the outside corner. It is 0-2.
But he's still, you have to fully learn how to get around. I was talking with him outside. We went in through the main doors, and he walked to the left, which is the minor league side. Somebody quickly, hey, buddy, you're over on the other side.
0-2, and a line drive off the pitcher's body. It rolls over toward third, and that's going to be a base hit. As that got a piece of Bachman, hit him in the torso, I believe. And that's going to go as an infield single here for Jonah Bride and bring up Brandon Nimmo. It will also bring the manager and the pitching coach along with the trainer out to the mound to make sure Sam Bachman is okay after that ball was hit right back off him.
I kind of thought they're looking at him like it hit him in the face. We don't have any monitors, so we're not getting any replays here. Oh, and now it's actually the pitching arm that they're concerned about. And he says, everybody get out of my way. I'm going to take a toss here, and I think I'm going to be fine.
They're going to let him take a warm-up or two. He throws the pitch. Everybody's satisfied. And he heads off. Rangers made some moves today. They optioned out David Davalillo and Leandro Lopez to Double-A Frisco and reassigned 8 players to minor league camp, including outfielder Aaron Zavala, infielder Andrew Velasquez, pitcher Robbie Alstrom, catcher Cooper Johnson, and pitchers Trey Supak, Patrick Murphy, Eric Loomis, and Ryan Lobus, leaving the Rangers with 49 players in Major League camp. And Jordan Montgomery today went on the 60-day injured list to make room on the 40-man for Dairon Blanco. Nimmo 0 for 2. He's fly to right and fly to center. And the left-handed batter takes a strike. It is 0-1.
And the move with Montgomery not surprising, given his recovery from surgery. There was a pretty good chance he wasn't going to pitch in the first 2 months anyway.
Yeah, pretty much for sure. Langford's on deck as Nimmo waits at 0-1. And the pitch is fouled at the plate. It is 0-2. Shortstop Taylor way over toward the middle. Rangers got 4 in the first on an Evan Carter grand slam after a single by Langford and walks to Seager and Berger. The Angels got a run in the first, an RBI hit by Rivero, and a run in the third, an RBI hit by Taylor. There's a throw to first, and diving back in is Jonah Bride. Jacob deGrom pitches tomorrow against San Diego. That's as far as the Rangers have announced their pitching plans. And the pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is being challenged by the catcher. Second ABS challenge of the game, and the pitch was a strike. So Nimmo was called out on strikes via the appeal. The Angels have made 2 challenges. They've been successful both times, so they still retain their 2 challenges. And with 1 out in the inning and Bride running at first, Wyatt Langford is the hitter. He singled to right and scored in the first, flied out in the second. The pitch in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Corey Seager out on deck. Luis Curvelo continues to throw in the Ranger pen, so it would appear that Eovaldi is done after 5 strong innings. A turn, a throw to first, and diving back in is Jonah Bride. That was a borderline balk on a jump and spin move there by Sam Bachman. Brady with a glance over his left shoulder, set at the belt, and here's the pitch, and that is fouled away. Over in the Grapefruit League, the Mets beat the Yankees today 10-4. The Yankees now at 10-5 for the spring. The Giants have the most wins in spring training. They're 12-2. They were the only team with more than 10 wins. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Langford. The Giants won 2 games yesterday, winning both ends of a split squad day. The Angels on a split squad day today. And in their other ball game, the Angels playing the A's, and they're leading the A's by the score of 2-1. Angels 2, A's 1. Jack Kohanowitz, the starter for the Angels, with 4 innings, allowing 1 run. Aaron Savali pitching for the A's, 3 2/3, allowed 2 runs. As Corey Seager takes a strike, he has walked and he has struck out. Runner at first, 2 outs, 4-2 Rangers in the 5th. And there's a swing and a foul ball back. Make it a 1-1 count now on Corey Seager. Logan O'Hoppe with a home run for the Angels today. Over in Las Vegas. And the A's have just tied up that game 2-2. Right here, 4-2 Texas. And now the catcher, Rivero, is making his way out to the mound and taking the umpire with him. Are they making sure that Bachman is okay, or is there a problem with the PitchCom device?
I think it's Rivero's PitchCom device. He's asked Bachman to take his out to make sure it's still working, but it's Rivero's that is the defective one, so they're going to give him a new one.
All right, he seems to have that properly installed, and Seager back in the box with a 1-1 count. 2 outs in the inning, a runner at first base. Bride led off the inning with an infield hit, but Nimmo and Langford have both struck out. And Bachman has fanned 4 now in under 2 innings of work. The right-hander's set, and here's the pitch. Seager takes a bit inside and low. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Bachman back set. Here's the pitch. Seager, a swing and a miss. And the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind blowing more straight in from right now. Earlier it was across from right to left. Here comes the pitch, and Seager hits a foul out of play to the left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the last half of the 5th inning. Texas 4 runs on 4 hits, and the Angels 2 runs on 5 hits. Bachman set at the belt. He wheels and he fires, and Seager takes inside. The count is full. So on 3-2 with 2 outs, Bride will be taking off on the pitch. Jake Berger waiting on deck. The set by Bachman, the pitch to Seager. Ball 4, he missed up high. The Rangers draw their 5th walk of the day. And Berger will bat with 2 on and 2 outs, looking to add to a 4-2 Ranger lead. And Jake Snyder is going to run at first base for Corey Seager. So Snyder, an outfielder, running for Seager. And Berger, the batter, with Bride at second base. And the pinch runner, Snyder, at first. And Berger cracks one foul off to the right and out of play. Evan Carter, the on-deck batter. Carter batting 5th today. A departure from the way that Skip Schumacher has been putting his lineups together earlier in the spring. The pitch is just off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on and 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Strike call to Berger. Down at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now Jake is calling for time. Bachman grabs the black brim of his cap. They were a red cap with the A on the front and a black brim in spring training. Bachman is ready and delivers 1-2, and Berger fouls it back. Trey Gregory Alford, a right-hander, is warming in the bullpen for the Angels right now. Bachman's thrown 32 pitches so far. Madero's through 61. Here's the 1-2 and a swing and a miss. Down goes Berger and the Rangers. And Bachman has fanned 5 in 2 innings of work. No runs, a hit, 2 men left. We're going to the 6th. Rangers 4, Angels 2 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Texas knows tradition, and this March a new one hits the streets. You've seen touchdowns and home runs, but nothing like IndyCar speed ripping through Arlington, Texas. Fearless drivers, crowds loud enough to match 700 horsepower. It's an action-packed weekend filled with concerts, entertainment, and racing. Kids 12 and under get in free, so bring the whole crew. The first ever Java House Grand Prix of Arlington is coming. This isn't our first rodeo, just our fastest. Get your tickets at gparlington.com.
It's the first day of the first first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Wake up to the latest Rangers news, highlights, and opinions with Sean and RJ. Morning 6 to 10 on your home of Rangers baseball. 105.3 The Fan.
All right, middle third coming up for the Angels here in the top half of the sixth inning. And in to pitch for Texas is the right-hander Luis Curvelo. Christian Moore, the batter, and the first offering to him is in there for a strike. Moore 1 for 2. Out on a fine play by Brandon Nimmo back in the third inning. Nimmo now out of the ballgame as Cameron Cawley is in for him out in right field. And his pitch is low. And the count to Moore now at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a nice job, obviously, by Nathan Eovaldi. He gave up a total of 2 runs over the first 3 innings, but ended up retiring the last 9 batters he faced, as this ball is lifted by Moore high into the air center field. And I believe that's still Carter in there going back to make the play. So Moore is retired, 1 gone here in the top of the 6th. Sebastian Rivero is the batter. For Curvelo, last season, late July call-up for the Rangers. He made a total of 17 appearances, but 1-1 with a 5.68 ERA. First pitch to Rivero, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Other changes for the Rangers. Again, Cawley now in right field. Keber Rodriguez is in at short. Jake Snyder, who pinch ran, is now in left field as Rivero takes a pitch outside, and the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Quincy Scott is in the game now at first base for Jake Berger. Here's a fly ball well hit out into center. Carter going back to his right, gets close to the track and makes the one-hand grab to get Rivero for the second out. So a couple of fly ball outs here for Curvelo. That brings up Jose Siri. I remember when Curvelo joined the ball club last year, we were in Anaheim, but he did not get in that series. And here's a pop-up high into the air, very shallow right center. Smith having trouble finding the ball. Cawley not. He runs in, the ball hits in his glove and pops out. Well, Josh Smith was going out from his position at second base, and he was having real difficulty finding that. Cawley coming in looked like he had it all the way, and in the process of making a rather casual one-hand grab, it just plopped out of his glove.
Very odd looking.
So Cawley picks up the error, and not something you'd expect from him. Seen more in the infield, but had the opportunity to play in the outfield quite a bit in center field last year with Sebastian Walcott playing at short. This pitch is inside to Rowdy Rodriguez for ball 1. But Cawley certainly more than capable in the outfield. That one just popped out. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And I remembered thinking at the time, because I chatted with Luis at that time, that his call-up might be a very short one. And might not even see any action. Here's a pitch that's popped up down the right field line. A long run for Cawley, fighting the sun again. He is on his horse, but this one will drop into the seats, the angled seats down there in the corner. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Curvelo, while he didn't get into a game in the series against the Angels, got in the next series against Seattle. Made his big league debut July the 31st with 2 shutout innings of relief against the Mariners. This pitch is inside and diving out of the box, turning away from the pitch is Rodriguez. And the count 2-2. Curvelo, the first batter he faced, J-Rod, and he struck him out. That's not too bad, your big league debut. Here's a turn and throw to first. Siri back to the bag, facing Julio Rodriguez, and you strike him out. Curvelo did not give up a run over his first 3 outings in the big leagues. Here's a little spinner up the first baseline. Curvelo off the bag. He's got it. He could tag out the runner, but instead flips to Scott covering, and they get Rodriguez for the final out in the inning. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 man left. We've played 5.5. Rangers still on top here, 4-2. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Hi, this is the stomach speaking. It feels like breakfast was months ago. So please address immediately with Quick Trip's new $5 Delicious Combo. I hear you get 2 roller grill items, a Big Q fountain drink, and a bag of chips for just $5. If current crisis is not addressed, repercussions may result in embarrassment, such as leaving the gas tank open, saying yes to helping your friend move, and agreeing to run for the HOA. Pull into the closest QT and fill up soon, only for a limited time.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
All right, here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Rangers leading 4-2 on the strength of that Evan Carter grand slam back in the first inning. We've got a couple of changes for the Angels here. Gage Harrelson is into play now in center field, and Trey Gregory Alford is the new pitcher. Right-handed hurler. Evan Carter steps up here. Evan 1 for 2 with that big slam in the first. And the first offering here, a fastball, 4 strike 1. Carter hit his home run down the right field line. It was just inside the right field foul pole, hit the back wall of the Rangers bullpen. Here comes the 0-1. And that one's floated toward the left field line. It drops inside the line for a base hit. Yolmer Sanchez over to pick it up. Carter digging for 2. Here's the throw. He slides. He's safe at second. Nice throw by Yolmer Sanchez from just inside the left field line. A one-hopper into Walton at second. Carter thinking 2 all the way. Slides in a rather pretty slide, if I can call it that, just in under the tag. Carter will leave here for a pinch runner, so he finishes the day 2 for 3, both hits going for extra bases. Here's a pick play back to second, and the runner is safe, and that runner is Trainer Chavez. So Chavez running out at second base now as the Rangers try to extend this 2-run advantage. The pitch to Josh Smith. He lifts it foul and out of play, third base side. 4 strike 1. Now Carter with his 2 for 3 today. Now 5 for 18 this spring. Now with a double, a triple, and 2 home runs. This pitch is down and in. And that'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. All of the pitching that the Rangers have seen today has been right-handed pitching from the Angels. So Carter doing his work against righties. The 1-1. Swing and a drive. Well hit ball by Smith deep out into right. Rodriguez is back. Nothing he can do. This one's way out of here. Up above the Ranger bullpen and onto the berm for Josh Smith, a 2-run home run. Rangers lead at 6-2.
Well, Smitty's showing some power this spring. That's his second Cactus League home run. He also had 2 in one game against Brazil. And all of them no doubters to right field.
So Smith, 2 for 2 on the day. He had previously walked and singled. All 6 Ranger runs coming via just 2 swings. Here's Danny Jansen. Jansen takes this pitch inside. Looked like he was looking away. Almost walked into it. And it's ball 1. Jansen is hit into a double play. He has also taken a called third strike. The pitch. And that comes inside. And that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Trey Gregory Alford, a young man in his age 20 season, in just his second pro year. Swing here and a drive deep out into center field. Harrelson going back on this one, and it's high off the wall. It kicks back by Harrelson toward the diamond. He runs it down, and content is Danny Jansen with a stand-up double here on a ball hit off the center field wall. Well, the Rangers are treating the youngster rudely here. Jansen picks up his first hit of the day for Jansen. He is now 4 for 18 on the spring. And that brings up Sam Haggerty. Haggerty has walked and struck out. The first pitch, Sam cracks it foul, bouncing it into the Rangers' dugout first base side for strike 1. Gregory Alford last year pitched at both rookie ball and A ball for the Angels. Made a total of 18 appearances in 16 starts. Haggerty lifts this one out into fairly deep left center. Harrelson ceding territory to Sanchez, who makes the catch. Tagging at second base, the runner Chavez. The throw to third is in time. Or rather, Danny Jansen tagging and trying to advance there on a fly ball out to left center, and he gets gunned down by Yolmer Sanchez. That's a double play. So 2 men are out in the inning. Sanchez out 7, or rather Jansen out 7-5 on the nice throw by Yolmer Sanchez. And now here's Jonah Bride, singled off the pitcher his last time up, and he takes this one low and away for ball 1. So base is clear now, 2 men out, 2 runs are in. The 1-0. Check swing by Bride. Did he go on appeal? The Angels get a strike, and that levels the count here to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. And that's over the outside corner for a strike. Make it 1-2. Gregory Alford did pitch well in his first pro season last year. Combined between those 2 clubs, he was 5-4 with a 2.86 ERA. Total of 18 appearances, 16 as a starter. The 1-2 popped up high in the air, right field. Rodriguez is in a bit, settles under it. It makes a 2-hand grab to get Bride for the final out. Rangers add to their lead on the home run by Josh Smith. We'll go to the 7th. It's 6-2 Texas. This is Rangers Spring Training Baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
Hey kids, it's time to step up to the plate and join the Junior Rangers. You'll get your very own kit sponsored by Golden Chick. It includes a Rangers baseball cap, backpack, youth jersey, stainless steel water bottle, and a fan chain with bling badge. Junior Rangers also receive 4 digital ticket vouchers to select Ranger home games. Don't forget to bring your fan chain and badge to get 15% off discount in the team store and front of the line access to the kids run the bases at Sunday home games. Sign up now at rangers.com/Junior Rangers and be part of the club.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers, and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
The Rangers' first divisional showdown comes to the ballpark Monday, April 6th, and it's a good one. Cal Raleigh and the defending AL West champion Seattle Mariners square off against your Rangers for 3 games. The series also lets you snag the season's first wearable, the second bobblehead, and dollar hot dogs. Be here when the battle for the West begins. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
Top half of the 7th inning, Rangers with a commanding 6-2 lead, but I'm going to shy away from using that term commanding. It is a spring training game, and anything can happen. In to pitch now for the Rangers is the right-hander Alexis Diaz. One of the additions in the offseason as the Rangers look to revamp their bullpen from 2025. Diaz, the younger brother of Edwin Diaz, now with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Diaz, Alexis Diaz, former closer for the Cincinnati Reds. He racked up 75 saves with the Redlegs back in 2022 through 2024, and his first pitch here is popped up foul and out of play by Walton for strike 1.
And the Rangers need to see his velo get back up there. That first pitch was at 93.8. They want to see him upwards of 95.
He'll work out of the stretch. And Diaz misses inside with the slider here. And the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Diaz last year, a season hampered by injury, pitched for the Reds, the Dodgers, and the Braves. This ball is hit hard out into center, and it drops for the base hit. A 1-hopper out into center, so Walton 1 for 3. And now we'll bring up Yolmer Sanchez for Alexis Diaz here. This is his 3rd appearance this spring. And in his first 2 outings, 3 earned runs allowed on 2 hits and a walk over an inning and 2/3. He works off the first base side of the rubber and fires this pitch inside. That one coming in at 93. So ball 1 here to Yolmer Sanchez, who has walked and struck out. 6 runs on 7 hits, an error for the Rangers, 2 runs, 6 hits for the Angels. So 1-0 inside, and it spins Sanchez around a bit as he turns away from Diaz in toward the catcher Jansen. But that pitch was nowhere close, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. The set at the belt and the pitch, and he'll miss inside this time and fall behind in the count here to Yolmer Sanchez at 3-0.
And his fastball velocity has gone from 93.8 to 91.5.
And this pitch a little high and outside. Sanchez very relaxed at the plate, was taking to a strike there, which didn't come. So he draws the walk. 2 on, nobody out here. And that'll bring up Vaughn Grissom. Grissom is grounded out twice. He has also flied out to right field. Diaz last appeared in a B game against the Royals. That was on Thursday. And in that outing, which did not count in those stats I just gave you, this pitch is inside, and it's off the mitt of Jansen, and actually it hit Grissom first. So it deflected off of Grissom, off of Jansen's mitt. Grissom is hit by the pitch. Bases are loaded here with nobody out now for Jeimer Candelario. And quickly, we're going to get a visit here to Alexis Diaz. This Jordan Teagues, the pitching coach, who has trotted out there and in his first season at the helm here. after working as an assistant pitching coach behind Mike Nadel, who's over in the other dugout right now.
TJ Ford is running at first base now for Grissom. And that was a slider that got away from Diaz, so his command's been off on the fastball and the slider in the early going.
In that outing in the B game against the Royals, Diaz threw a total of 27 pitches. And this offering is outside to Candelario. Danny Jansen tapping his helmet, and the pitch indeed is just off the plate away, a ball. So the Rangers will lose a challenge there. That ball was less than an inch off the outside part of the plate. Diaz delivers high here, and he falls behind in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. He's not thrown a strike since facing the leadoff batter, Walton. Bases are loaded, nobody out. This pitch way outside would have hit a right-handed batter. And the count to Candelario now at 3-0. Hush my mouth on that whole commanding 6-2 lead. The 3-0. Outside, ball 4. So Diaz just doesn't have it here. He issues a bases-loaded walk on 4 pitches to Jeimer Candelario. That pushes Walton across and makes it a 6-3 ball game. Bases remain full. Nobody out. Chris Taylor at the plate. Taylor 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, a run and a run batted in. The pitch is inside, almost hit Taylor, who backs out of the way, ball 1. In that outing against the Royals in the B game, Diaz, of his 27 pitches thrown, threw only 15 strikes, and in all of his outings, throwing strikes has been a problem. And this pitch just a little bit inside, and the count 2 balls and no strikes.
And there's bullpen action for the Rangers now. Willian Bormy, who divided last year between Hub City and Frisco, warming in the pen, a righty.
This pitch in there for a strike. We can't call that a Bronx cheer here. What's that, a Litchfield cheer? Close by. 2-1 the count here to Taylor. The pitch. And that's inside, bending Taylor off the plate. Make it 3 balls and a strike. Diaz struggling. The 3-1. Inside, almost hit him, ball 4. And that one came in at 91. Back-to-back bases loaded walks. Taylor picks up his second RBI of the day. It's now a 6-4 ball game.
Number 64,
And that's going to be it for Alexis Diaz. Here comes Skip Schumacher. You'd like for him to get the work in a game like this, where at least in this inning he's facing some guys that, while on the periphery, have had big league experience and or are going to play for this Angels club, and he just couldn't throw strikes. So 2 runs are in on the frame. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Rangers lead cut to 6-4. New pitcher coming in, and as he trots in from the right field corner, we'll pause for this on the Rangers Radio Network.
Luxor Staffing, official staffing partner of the Texas Rangers, has hundreds of open positions in warehouse distribution, manufacturing, and more. Come work with some of DFW's best employers. Great pay, excellent benefits, multiple shifts, and endless opportunities for promotion. Luxor has 10 convenient locations in DFW ready to find a perfect job for you. All Luxor offices have experienced bilingual professionals ready to help you now. Visit us online today at luxorstaffing.com and find the office closest to you. Apply today and work tomorrow for Luxor Staffing, DFW's premier staffing agency.
With X the Cash scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, you could multiply the cash by 30, 50, 100, or even 200 times. And when you multiply the cash, you multiply the celebration. With top prizes from $60,000 up to $1 million, it's the easiest way to multiply your luck or enter for a chance to win VIP experiences. Play X the Cash scratch tickets today. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers, and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
All right, into pitch now for the Rangers is 24-year-old Dominican right-hander Willian Bormy. Bormy standing here in the stretch to face Christian Moore, and the first pitch comes inside for ball one. This is not Christian Moore, but rather Kendry Maduro batting now. Moore had gone 1 for 3. Maduro standing in on the right side, the 1-0. Breaking pitch snaps over for a strike. Make it 1-1. Bormy on for the third time in Cactus League play. Has recorded a save in his 2 outings, giving up a run on 2 hits while striking out 4. There's a pitch that's lifted down the right field line. Long run here, diving and not being able to make the play is Marcus Lee Sang. It's a fair ball. The first 2 men on board here come in to score. Making it over to third from first is the pinch runner. And then on board with a pop-up single down the right field line, despite the efforts of Marcus Lee Sang, is Maduro. And this game is tied at 6. So credit Kendry Maduro with 2 runs batted in. All of this due to the inability of Alexis Diaz to throw strikes. Runners at the corners, no one out. And the pitch comes inside here to Rivero for ball 1. So a 4-run top half of the 7th for the Angels. Rivero 1 for 3, singled back in the first. Bormy's pitch, that's on the outside corner for a strike. So make it 1-1.
The scoreboard shows it 7-6 Angels, but that's not correct. They're showing a 5-run inning. It is a 4-run inning at the moment.
Okay, I was beginning to doubt myself, but it is a tie ball game right now. There's still nobody out as Bormy throws a fastball in, and the count goes to 2-1. Felix Morabel is the pinch runner right now at third. And again, Maduro, the runner at first. The 2-1. Chopped slowly towards second. This will be a pickup there by Rodriguez. He'll throw to first in time to get Rivero, but Morabel scores on the play, and now it's a 7-6 lead for the Angels. It's the first out in the inning. Maduro ends up at second. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
All right, the next pitch made to the pinch hitter. Gage Harrelson is flared out into left field, and it'll drop in for the base hit. Maduro scores from second, and the Angels now lead it 8-6. All right, Franier Chavez is at second base, so it was Chavez who made that play. Rodriguez is the shortstop. So a 6-run frame right now for the Angels. And the next pitch is lofted out into center field. Catch is made in shallow center. The runner is well off the bag. The throw back into Quincy Scott, and they double him off of first. So that is a fly ball out into center and an 8-3 put out at first to end what was a nightmarish inning for the Rangers. Angels get 6. We've hit the 7th inning stretch. L.A. now with the lead 8-6. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
The Rangers are giving away 16 different bobbleheads in 2026. And on Saturday, April 4th, you can score the first one. The Dot Race Results bobblehead presented by Golden Chick. Just be one of the first 10,000 fans for the Rangers-Reds game. Tickets at Rangers.com.
Energy Transfer is excited to support the Texas Rangers. As one of the country's largest energy companies, we proudly move oil and gas products through our 120,000 miles of underground pipelines to power our communities and make our lives possible.
Come one, come all Ranger fans for the running of the Golden Chick Dot Race. Red, blue, or green, who will win? And they're off. Red comes out strong as green falls behind. Blue holds on to second, but red runs for home like there's Golden Chick on the dinner table. Who could blame him? Golden Chick's delicious fried chicken is marinated and hand-breaded to be tender and juicy. Red holds the lead. Blue gives it his all, but red's not slowing. It's red, it's blue, it's red by a nose.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
All right, Trey Gregory Alford will remain in the game to pitch here. He gave up a couple of runs in the sixth. Top of the order due for the Rangers, and Cam Cauley will be the first to bat. Cauley, who came in right field, played the last half inning in center, stands in on the right side and takes this pitch for strike one. So the Rangers playing from behind for a second time. They trailed 1-0 when they came to bat in the first, and now find themselves down 8-6 here in the seventh. The right-hander kicks and fires, and this one's fouled off. It hits the dirt, hits Cauley in the leg, kicks off to the right. That'll make it no balls and 2 strikes. Cauley now batting .393 this spring. His 11 hits coming into play today, tied for the most on the ball club. Of his 11 hits, 5 doubles to lead the team and 1 home run. Cauley was 2 for 2 yesterday in the loss over in Scottsdale to the Giants. As Gregory Alford throws this one in the dirt, and that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Cauley, Caber Rodriguez, and then Snyder are due up here in the 7th inning. Here comes the 1-2, and that one is bounced toward third, but it goes foul, and so the count will hold here to Cam Cauley.
We've got some changes for the Angels defensively.
I would imagine.
Gage Harrelson now is in left field. TJ Ford is in center field. Caleb Ketchup is in right field. Donovan Walton has moved to third base.
This pitch is low and away, and the count of Cauley evens here to 2-2.
Felix Morabel is at shortstop. Yolmer Sanchez has moved to second. Still in the game, Candelario at first and Rivero catch.
And a swing and a miss. Cauley tried to check, but he went around, and he will strike out here for the first out in the home 7th. And that brings up Caber Rodriguez. 2026 single-game tickets are on sale right now, and now's your best time to get the best seats, the best prices, all for the best games. You can buy your tickets by going to Rangers.com/single game. Rangers home opener will come a week into the season, as the first offering to Rodriguez is outside for ball 1. Rangers open up the year in Philadelphia, then go to Baltimore. And we'll have their home opener on Friday, April the 3rd against the Cincinnati Reds. Reds in town for 3, the Mariners in town for 3. Here's a bouncer down to third, and the throw across in time to get Rodriguez for the second out. So 2 down, and that will bring Jake Snyder to the plate. Snyder, so far this spring, 2 for 7. That includes a double and a walk. He digs in here on the left side. Snyder came on as a pinch runner for Corey Seager in the 5th. And the first offering is in there for a strike. Quincy Scott is now on deck. The 0-1. At the knees for a strike. So Snyder behind in the count here at 0-2. 2 out, nobody on home half of the 7th. Gregory Alford with the 0-2. And that one's tight. And that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind continues to blow across the field from right to left. This pitch bounces in, almost hits Snyder, and that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Angel infield playing the left-handed batter to pull, the outfield fan toward left. And now the 2-2 from Gregory Alford. And it's fouled back into the screen. Scott, who is on deck, at least in the games that I have seen so far this spring, has made the best defensive play. Catch that first weekend. A diving catch out into right center on a ball that looked like it was by him. The 2-2. This one is bounced foul. Far into the Angel dugout. And despite the fact that it's an 8-6 ball game, Rangers trailing by 2, the Rangers have made some nice defensive plays again here today. All right, it's a right-hander to try again at 2-2. And that pitch is in there for a called third strike. Snyder was looking for something else and got the fastball. That one at 99 miles an hour. As the Rangers go in order here in the 7th. To the 8th we go. Angels 8, Rangers 6. This is spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Hall of Fame linebacker Mike Singletary is always cool under pressure.
Not always. Last summer, our AC went out and our house was hot. One of my cool friends recommended Baker Brothers at callbakernow.com. They came out, diagnosed the problem, and told us what they needed to do to fix it. They were professionals and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Wow!
If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com. Great service.
Hey kids, it's time to step up to the plate and join the Junior Rangers. You'll get your very own kit sponsored by Golden Chick. It includes a Rangers baseball cap, backpack, youth jersey, stainless steel water bottle, and a fan chain with bling badge. Junior Rangers also receive 4 digital ticket vouchers to select Ranger home games. Don't forget to bring your fan chain and badge to get 15% off discount in the team store and front of the line access to the kids run the bases at Sunday home games. Sign up now at rangers.com/Junior Rangers and be part of the club.
We are in the clubhouse, on the field, and more. Nobody covers Rangers baseball like your home of the Rangers. 105.3 The Fan.
We head to the top of the 8th here in surprise. Angels leading the Rangers 8-6. The veteran right-hander from Wichita Falls, Ryan Brazier, into pitch now for Texas. And it's time once again for Eric Nadel.
All right, Matt, thanks. Brazier misses inside ball 1 on his first delivery to Donovan Walton. Walton 1 for 3 with a single today. Brazier originally an Angels draft pick out of Weatherford College in the 6th round way back in 2007. He's 38 years old. The pitch is swung on and fouled off. Brazier throws a fastball, a slider, a sinker, and a cutter. Fastball averaged 94 miles an hour last year. He's been in 325 big league games, all but 6 of them as a reliever, with a .390 career ERA. He works in long sleeves. Walton the batter with Sanchez on deck and Ford to follow in the top of the 8th. The pitch is high and outside. The Angels turned the game around with 6 runs in the 7th inning, helped by 3 walks and a hit batter issued by Alexis Diaz, who is charged with 5 of the 6 runs and is currently on the hook. There's a swing and a foul high in the air left side, and this will drift back into the seats. 6,231 our announced attendance this afternoon for the Rangers and the Angels. Second time this spring these two teams have gotten together. And this is the final meeting of the spring between the two. Again, the Angels regulars, for the most part, are in Las Vegas this weekend, playing in a 2-game series against the Athletics. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brazier this spring has been in 4 ball games. He's given up 6 runs on 9 hits in 3 1/3 innings. He kicks and delivers, and there's a shot just missing the leg of Brazier and whistling up the middle for a base hit. That's 103 miles an hour off the bat on a low line drive that almost got a piece of Brazier's left leg. It's a single for Walton to lead off the 8th. Angels lead 8-6, and Yolmer Sanchez is next. Sanchez has walked twice and struck out. Made a great throw from left field to get a double play on a fly ball back in the 6th. Sanchez originally a second baseman and a Gold Glove second baseman for the White Sox back in 2019. And he swings and pops one up. Left side of the infield, it is Jonah Bride shielding his eyes with his glove. And he makes the catch. Right next to the bag, there's one away here in the top of the 8th. Angels 8 runs on 9 hits. Rangers 6 runs on 7 hits. The Rangers with both of the long balls today. Carter a grand slam and Josh Smith a 2-run homer. All the Ranger runs coming on those 2 long balls. 1 out, 1 on. Ford the batter, left-handed hitter, hits a dribbler out to first. Down to second for 1. The relay not in time. Nice play there by Quincy Scott to gun down the runner going from first to second. Ford is now the runner at first base with 2 outs on a 3-6 fielder's choice. And we are going to get a pinch hitter here for Jamer Candelario. This is number 24, Nathaniel Duarte. Or something like that.
That looks pretty good to me.
Duarte the batter. And the pitch is outside from Ryan Brazier. Beautiful day here in Surprise. Temperature 84 when we started. Wind now blowing across from left to right, no longer blowing straight in from right field. The temperature is up to 86 degrees now. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, and a line drive base hit left center field. Around to third base goes Ford. The throw is late. It's a single for Duarte. And the Angels leading 8-6 have runners at first and third with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. And Morabel coming to the plate.
That line drive came close to hitting the umpire at second base, but he managed to duck out of the way. Ball getting out to Cam Cauley. Cauley thinking perhaps a bit ambitiously that he could get Ford going to third. His throw was wide of the bag toward left field.
So now it is up to Morabel, who came on as a pinch runner in the 7th. And this will be his first plate appearance as we play here in the top of the 8th. First and third, 2 outs. Brazier at the belt, kicks and fires, and there's a bouncing ball to second base. Big high hop for Chavez. Short toss to first, and that will end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left in the middle of the 8th. It's the Angels 8 and the Rangers 6 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Luxor Staffing, official staffing partner of the Texas Rangers, has hundreds of open positions in warehouse distribution, manufacturing, and more. Come work with some of DFW's best employers. Great pay, excellent benefits, multiple shifts, and endless opportunities for promotion. Luxor has 10 convenient locations in DFW ready to find a perfect job for you. All Luxor offices have experienced bilingual professionals ready to help you now. Visit us online today at luxorstaffing.com and find the office closest to you. Apply today and work tomorrow for Luxor Staffing, DFW's premier staffing agency.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
Some changes for the Angels as we go to the bottom of the 8th with the Angels leading 8-6. We've got a new pitcher. Let's start with that. That is Camden Manachi, a right-hander. Duarte stays in the game at first base, and we have a new catcher, Jonathan Linares. For the Rangers, it'll be Scott to lead it off, Quincy Scott, then Chavez, and Sang in the Ranger half of the 8th. 8 runs, 10 hits for the Angels, 6 runs, 7 hits for the Rangers. The kick and the pitch and a swing and a miss. Scott this spring, 1 for 5 with a single and a run batted in. Michel Otanez is warming in the Ranger pen. Looks like he will come on and pitch the 9th after Brazier put up a 0 in the 8th, allowing 2 singles. The pitch is a strike to Scott. He's in Berger's spot. Berger was 0 for 3 and a walk today, so Jake's home run streak came to an end this afternoon. And now time called at the plate by Scott. Evan Carter hit a grand slam in the first, gave the Rangers a 4-1 lead. Josh Smith added a 2-run homer in the 6th. That made it 6-2, but the roof fell in the 7th as the Angels scored 6 runs on only 3 hits. Here's the pitch, just outside. And the count is 1-2 on Quincy Scott. The right-hander ready, and Manachi throws, and it is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Manachi works from the stretch, set just above the belt. Kicks and comes home, and there's a swing and a weak roller out to second base. Sanchez over to first. There's 1 down. And Chavez coming up next for the Rangers. Manachi's making his 2nd appearance of the spring. He went 2/3 of an inning, no runs on 1 hit, his first time out there. And now here is Chavez. Frainer is 2 for 8 for the spring. He has struck out 4 times. The set, the pitch. In there for a strike. It is 0-1. Evaldi went 5 today. He allowed 2 runs. Retired his last 9 batters. Curvello had a 1-2-3 inning. There was a fly ball dropped and wound up having to face a 4th batter. The pitch is a strike, but he got him 2. Then Diaz, 5 runs allowed in no innings. On 1 hit, 3 walks, and a hit batter. Bormy gave up a run in 1 inning, and Brazier a scoreless inning. And that's your pitching parade today for Texas. The 0-2 pitch a little low, and the count is 1-2. Rangers need a base runner to get that tying run to the plate. Manachi set at 1-2. And here's the pitch. And a ground ball hit the 3rd. Scooped up there by Walton. Across the diamond in time. Corner to corner. He gets his man. And there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And here is Sang.
Walton was set up about midway between second and third. If he's not there, that ball easily makes it into left field.
Sang from the left side of the plate. Or Lee Sang, I guess. And he lines one past first, a base hit down the line. That's rolling all the way to the 350 sign in the corner. Sang turns second base, and he's going to try for third. There'll be no play over there, as that is a triple for Lee Sang. And the Rangers will get the tying run to the plate here in the person of the catcher, Jose Herrera. This is Herrera's first plate appearance of the day. He's 5 for 21 this spring with 2 runs batted in.
Well, that time Lee Sang was just a couple of strides from second by the time the catch-up got to that ball in foul ground all the way in the corner. And remember, it's 350 down the line, so that's a fairly easy triple.
Jose Herrera is a switch hitter batting left, tying run at the plate, and he takes high for a ball 1 from Minacci. Sam Haggerty is due next, but Malcolm Moore, minor league catcher, has come out on deck to bat for him. 8 hits for the Rangers now, 10 for the Angels, a 2-run Angels lead. And the pitch is over for a strike. It is 1-1. There's no action behind Minacci in the Angels' pen. The 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 on Jose Herrera. Danny Jansen in this spot went 1 for 3. Rifled a double off the wall in center field. Herrera from Venezuela makes his home now in the Phoenix area. He's been with Arizona the last 4 years. And the pitch misses for a ball. Made his major league debut in 2022 and spent parts of the big league season with the Diamondbacks each of the last 4 years. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Herrera, the owner of a farm in Venezuela, he raises horses there. Has 15 horses, we are told, on that Venezuelan farm. They can't win if you don't have the horses.
I've always said that.
Runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch, inside and low. Make it a full count now on Jose Herrera. If he gets aboard, Malcolm Moore would bat as the go-ahead run. Moore's had just 1 at bat this spring. He's gone 0 for 1. 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Ball 4. The tying runs are on with 2 outs in the Ranger 8th. And Malcolm Moore is going to pinch hit here for Sam Haggerty as the designated hitter. Moore over from the minor league camp, former high draft pick out of Stanford. First round pick in 2024. He is a native of Sacramento. Moore up there left-handed, and the pitch almost hit him way inside for ball 1. Claytor Figueiredo is waiting on deck in case the inning continues. 8-6, Angels leading. First and third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. A swing and a line drive, base hit, center field. Lee Sang scores. This is a 1-run game. 8-7 Angels. Stopping at second is Herrera. On at first with an RBI single is Malcolm Moore. And it's a 1-run ball game for Figueiredo as Mike Maddox makes his way out to the mound to talk to Minacci.
Nice swing there by the former first-round pick. Moore drilling one into center, and the Rangers with an opportunity here. 2 more on.
Interesting game here this afternoon. Herrera at second base represents the tying run. Moore at first base, the go-ahead run. Figueroa batting for Jonah Bride. Bride was 1 for 3 with a single today. Figueroa is 0 for 2 this spring. Missed the second game in which he has participated. And he's got a chance to be a hero here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Angels 8 runs, 10 hits. The Rangers 7 runs on 9 hits. Figueroa from the Dominican Republic played for Class A Hub City last year. He batted .201, hit 18 home runs, however. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch to him. A swing and a foul off his foot, as that one ricochets up the third baseline. Last year, the third straight year that Figueroa played in A ball in the Ranger system. An infielder by trade. Herrera at second base, Moore at first base, 2 outs. 8-7 Angels in the 8th. Cam Cauley on deck. And the pitch is swung on and a bouncing ball to first. Big high hop, but it is gloved out there by Duarte, and he takes it to the bag for out number 3. The Rangers settle for 1 run on 2 hits, and they leave 2 men on. We're going to the 9th. It's the Angels 8 and the Rangers 7 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. This is Elvis Andrews, 2-time Major League Baseball All-Star and 2025 Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. As a former Major League Baseball player, I understand the importance of having a strong team behind you. For over 40 years, Bailey & Gallion has been representing people just like you that have been injured on the job.
Call Bailey & Gallion today at 1-800-LAW-OFFICE. They'll help you get the treatment at no upfront cost to you. Pay no fees unless they win. Call now, 1-800-LAW-OFFICE.
Team up with Bailey & Gallion, the official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, to solve your legal puzzle.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Ever wondered what it takes to move all the gear to support 75 players, a dozen trainers, and a Palomino to Surprise, Arizona? PGL, Rangers captain, and all your Texas Rangers know that it's a big job, and PGL is proud to be the official team logistics partner.
Visit shippgl.com/Rangers or call 833-SHIP-PGL to talk with one of our experts to take care of your business. From Surprise to Singapore and everywhere in between, we'll get you in the game.
Hey fans, my birthday benefit concert's coming up on May the 14th at the Longhorn Ballroom in Dallas. Tickets are on sale now at longhornballroom.com. The show features Sammy Ray and the Friends, Chuck Prophet and his Cumbia shoes. All the profits go to the Grant Halliburton Foundation. Get your tickets now at longhornballroom.com. Hard-throwing right-hander Michelle Otañez comes on to pitch the 9th. Rangers trailing the Angels 8-7. Figueroa stays in the game at third base. And here's Maduro to lead off for the Angels in the 9th. The pitch is outside, ball 1 from Otañez. Otañez claimed off waivers from the A's after last season. Has given up 2 runs in 2 innings this spring. Works from a high set. The Dominican delivers and misses low and outside. Otañez, big man, listed at 6'4" and 220. He is 28 years of age. Here's the set and the pitch, and that is swung on and fouled back. Maduro at the plate with Jonathan Linares on deck. And Harrelson to follow. The Angels have double barrel action going in their bullpen. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Fastball blazing right by him at 97.5. Otañez can really bring it. He pitched in 6 games in the big leagues for the Athletics last year. 18 times at Las Vegas, and pitched 36 games in the big leagues the previous year in 2024. Originally was signed by the Mets. That pitch is swung on and missed, gets away, and down to first base on a strikeout wild pitch is Maduro. Herrera, the catcher, unable to control that errant slider, and that'll bring up Linares. That is scored a strikeout wild pitch, and here is Linares, his first plate appearance. Sebastian Rivero had 2 RBIs out of this spot, and there's a line drive base hit to center field. First and second and nobody out as the Angels look to add on here in the top half of the ninth. They're ahead 8-7. And here comes Harrelson. Harrelson is 1 for 1 at the plate at a looping RBI single and is alone at bat. Well, let's see if Otañez can keep this as a 1-run game. In the bottom of the ninth, the Rangers are due to have Cam Cauley lead off. Then Rodriguez and Snyder with Scott, the 4th batter, due. 11 hits now for the Angels, 9 for the Rangers. 2 on and nobody out. Harrelson up there left-handed shows bunt, and he takes outside for ball 1. The third baseman Figueroa was going back to cover the bag at third. Otañez had the responsibility for handling a bunt on the third base side. A 1-ball count. And here's the pitch. He shows bunt again and bunts it foul. Just poked at it and rolled it over toward the Angels' third base dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody out here in the top half of the ninth inning. Otañez featuring a light blue fielder's glove. Tucks that up against the left side of his chest. Straightens to the set. And comes home. The bunt is shown. The pitch is taken. It's a strike, and we're going to get a challenge. Harrelson is challenging the called strike. Apparently he thought it was low. He is incorrect. That pitch is a strike.
98% of the ball in the strike zone there.
Yeah. So the count is 1-2. Otañez back to the high hold and lets it fly. He missed inside with that one. Fastball coming in at 98.5. This guy can really bring it, but can he throw enough strikes? Last year he walked 23 men in 23 innings at Stockton, Las Vegas, and Sacramento, the A's. And there's a pitch that gets away. Slider bounding off of Herrera, rolling over to the Angels' on-deck circle on the third base side. Second wild pitch of the inning from Otañez, and there are runners at second and third and nobody out as the Angels look to build on a 1-run lead.
Can't be completely for sure, but it looked like that pitch actually hit the plate. One of the tougher types of pitches for catchers to handle because you don't get any kind of consistent bounce coming off the plate.
3-2. The infield is in now. Second and third, nobody out. And the pitch is grounded toward short and through the hole, a base hit. 1 run is home. That will be all. This is now a 9-7 Angels lead as Maduro scores on the play. Linares stops at third, and Harrelson is on with his second run-scoring single of the ballgame.
No, not a ball hit hard at all. And in fact, as Linares was on the move that time between second and third, he and Rodriguez were almost running parallel to one another. Rodriguez just couldn't get over to make the play.
Yeah, with the infield in, the angle was just not very good for Rodriguez to get to that ball. We've got a mound visit here by Jose Herrera with runners at first and third and nobody out. The Angels now 9 runs on 12 hits, and the Rangers 7 runs on 9 hits. And here comes Ketchup. This is Caleb Ketchup, who flied into a double play his first time up. The set. The pitch. He bunts and fouls it off. That was not a suicide squeeze. That would have been a safety squeeze. But he fouled it back, and it's 0-1. Otani has a glance over his shoulder at first, and there's action behind him in the Ranger pen. There's nobody out in the inning. And a throw to first base, and the runner Harrelson is back.
There's action, but it's relaxed action because the guy just walked off the mound and disappeared.
The set by Otani in the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Sinker away at 96. So Otani is in on the count now, 0-2 to Ketchup. Donovan Walton is due next. The set and the pitch, and a swing and a foul ball back. Walton has played the entire ball game, so has Yolmer Sanchez. The Rangers have made changes at every position. First and third, nobody out. Infield at double play depth at second and short right now. Otani delivers, and he misses way outside with a fastball. 1-2 the count. His misses have been bad misses. Not even resembling a strike. The count is 1-2. The pitch is on the way, and a ground ball hits short. To second for one, to first, safe. And another run is home. It is 10-7 Angels. Ketchup picks up an RBI on a 6-4 fielder's choice. And with one out in the inning, Donovan Walton will be the batter.
That ball not hit terrifically hard, and Rodriguez had to go a little bit in and to his right to get to that ball. So that made for a slightly longer throw to second base, just enough that the runner Ketchup able to beat it out at first.
Here's Donovan Walton. He's 2 for 4, a couple of singles and a pair of groundouts. Otani throws over, and back standing up is Ketchup. Otani is ready. Lets it fly. The runner goes. The pitch is low, and there's no throw to second base by Herrera. He had to dig that pitch out of the dirt. And Ketchup will be credited with a stolen base. 2 runs home in the inning for the Angels. Only one out and a man in scoring position. They are 5 for 8 in the game in these opportunities. The pitch is very high. 2 balls and no strikes. And Michel Otani is not doing himself any favors with his lack of command here today. Alexis Diaz had the classic lack of command. Facing 5 batters, getting none of them out. Gifting the base to 4 of the 5. And the pitch is inside. It is 3-0.
Well, now we have activity in earnest out in the Ranger bullpen. The right-hander Dane Acker starting to get loose.
Acker, one of those Ranger relievers who has a save this spring. It's a 3-0 count, and Walton calls time and steps away. Otani is about to throw his 21st pitch. And he missed badly down low, ball 4. How long can you stick with this guy?
Acker's ready, but he just got up maybe about a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago, so he's probably not ready to go. So Herrera is going to go out to the mound and stall for some time here.
Well, it looks like that is the strategy here. Yolmer Sanchez, the batter for the Angels. Sanchez has played well defensively, but at the plate he's gone 0 for 2. A strikeout and a pop-up. He has walked twice, and he has scored a run. So 2 wild pitches uncorked by Otani, 2 singles allowed, and now a walk. And now Skip Schumacher has given Acker enough time to get ready, and we are going to get a pitching change. The Angels lead 10-7 here in the top of the 9th. Now let's pause for this on the Rangers Radio Network.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch Wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The What a Deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Right-hander Dane Acker makes his second appearance. He gave up 1 run in 1 inning on a home run his first time out, but wound up collecting a save. And this is second outing of the spring. He'll face Yolmer Sanchez, a left-handed batter, with 1 out, runners at first and second, and the Angels ahead 10-7. The pitch from Acker is a strike on the outside corner. He's the 7th Ranger to go to the mound today. Acker working in short sleeves, hand in the tan glove at the belt. He pushes off and comes home, and there's a swing and a towering fly ball to short left field. In and toward the line is Snyder in foul ground, and he makes the catch. And the runners will hold. There are 2 outs. And we swing to the top of the order for T.J. Ford. Acker, born in College Station, makes his home in Brenham. He has attended Rice and San Jacinto College and the University of Oklahoma. Last year at Round Rock, in 30 appearances, he had a .540 earned run average and a 4-1 record. And he had some walk issues. He walked 26 men in 50 innings. Here's Ford. Reached out a fielder's choice his first time. Up there left-handed, and he takes high for ball 1. Ford is a switch hitter. Batting left against Dane Acker. 10-7 Angels in the top half of the 9th inning. Walks were a big factor in the Ranger loss yesterday against the Giants, and it's been the case again today. Here's a swing and a foul off to the right. And as much as Skip Schumacher, like most managers, has emphasized throwing strikes in spring training, he cannot be too happy with what he has seen the last 2 days. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. Pickoff play at second, and the throw to second is dropped by the shortstop Rodriguez.
If there's such a thing as a slow developing play in baseball, that was it. Acker was slow to turn. Nice coverage there by Rodriguez. Had he turned a little quicker and the throw been a little more accurate, I think they had him picked off. Timing just didn't work out there.
No, it didn't. The count is 1-1. And here's the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to first base. It is bobbled over there, but recovered. And Scott shovels to the pitcher, Acker, covering for the out. But the Angels add 2 insurance runs in the 9th inning. They do it on 2 hits. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Angels 10, Rangers 7 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
As an official partner of the Texas Rangers, Lockheed Martin is proud to be part of the rich heritage of the Rangers and the many fans who cheer the team on at Globe Life Field. It is with that same pride we support our local communities and customers. From the frontline workers to the members of our armed forces safeguarding life and liberty, we're here to help them with their most important missions.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Camden Minacci back on the mound for the bottom of the ninth inning. Cam Cauley will be the leadoff batter for the Rangers in the ninth. Minacci is bidding to pick up a save here. Cauley, Rodriguez, and Snyder, the Rangers batters. Cauley struck out in his lone at bat today. He's also made an error in right field. And the pitch is swung on and dribbled out towards second base. Sanchez charges and throws him out. One pitch and one out in the bottom of the ninth. Angels 10, Rangers 7. And here comes Rodriguez. Caber grounded to third his first time up today. Minacci got out of a tough jam in the eighth. Got Figueroa to ground out to first base with 2 on to end the inning with just a 1-run lead. And then the Angels added on with 2 in the top of the ninth. Rodriguez takes a strike. It is 0-1. Minacci set. Delivers. Fouled back. Well, the Angels have already lost a game today. They were defeated by the Athletics in Las Vegas today by the score of 7-4. 0-2 the count. The pitch low, and the count is 1-2. Yesterday, the Angels shut out the A's, so the team split that 2-game set in Las Vegas. They drew almost 11,000 for the game there last night. The pitch is swung on, hit high in the air down the right field line, foul. Long run over there, but Ketchup's not going to get it. He gave chase, but he just couldn't catch up.
No. A little bit too much mustard, perhaps, on that pitch.
He's a hot dog.
Yeah.
There's one out here in the bottom of the ninth. 10-7 Angels.
We relish these moments in spring training.
1-2, just outside. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rangers need 2 base runners to get the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth. The set by Minacci. And the pitch. Fastball high. And the count now 3-2 on Rodriguez. You got to do whatever you can to get on base here. Walk is truly as good as a hit. And now a time called by Rodriguez. The right-hander is ready at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Fastball at 95. So 2 outs. Rangers are down to their final out. It is up to Jake Snyder to try and keep it alive. For Quincy Scott, if they both get on, Frenier Chavez will be the tying run. Here's the high set. And the pitch. Strike call on the outside corner. It is 0-1. The Angels have used just 4 pitchers today. Medeiros, Bachman, Gregory Alford, who stands to be the winner. And Menacci, who's trying for a save. The pitch, a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jake Snyder, who struck out in his lone at bat today. The set, the pitch, swing and a miss. It is 1-2, and the Rangers are down to their final strike. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. Menacci is ready. And here it comes. Swung on and fouled off. And we continue to play. Our next broadcast next Saturday. Rangers and Padres here. A 3 o'clock start Texas time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball, just foul past third base. We hope you're enjoying daylight saving time. We hope you remember to set your clocks ahead an hour. Here in Arizona, we do none of that sort of thing.
Didn't lose an hour of sleep last night?
Which is why we're fresh as a daisy here, almost 3 hours into this game. 1-2, strike 3 call. The ball game is over. The Angels have won it by the score of 10-7. We'll be back with the totals after this on the Rangers Radio Network.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Here are the totals in surprise today. The Angels, 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors, 9 left. The Rangers, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 5 left. Gregory Alford, the winning pitcher. Menacci with a save. Alexis Diaz, the losing pitcher. He's now 0-2 for the spring. The game took 2 hours and 49 minutes before 6,231. The Rangers fall to 8-8. They split the 2 games in spring training against the Angels. The Angels improved to 7-10 on the year. It was a good go for Nathan Eovaldi. Luis Curvelo looked really good, but not such a good day for Alexis Diaz or Michel Otañez this afternoon.
Yeah, neither of those guys had any sort of command, and when you talk about Alexis Diaz, it wasn't just a lack of command and a lack of control, but the fact that that velocity that the Rangers were hoping would be up more upwards of 95 plus never got there. He did throw a 93 early on, but basically sat at 91 with the fastball. But you combine that with the fact that he just couldn't throw a strike. He ended up walking, 3 of the 5 batters he faced, hit another, and gave up a single. So for Alexis Diaz, at times running out for him to sort of show that he can get things turned around in short order. And you talked about Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, it's Nathan Eovaldi. He looks like he's ready to start the season. The line, not all that important, but the fact that he went 5 innings and threw just 68 pitches was a pretty good showing here today.
Yeah, and Alexis Diaz, a guy the Rangers are counting on to be on the ball club and in the bullpen. You know, this is a guy they signed as a free agent who has closing experience. He does have options remaining, though. And if he continues to display a lack of command and a lack of velocity in spring training, he's going to find himself at Round Rock when this season gets underway. Offensively, Evan Carter with a grand slam home run. Josh Smith with a 2-run home run. So some good signs there. Jake Berger's home run streak came to an end, however. And we look ahead to the coming week with the Rangers taking on San Diego tomorrow in Peoria. Jacob deGrom on the mound. We will not be broadcasting that game. We'll be back on the air Saturday when the Rangers play the Padres at home in a 3 o'clock start Texas time. But the rest of this week sees the Rangers playing the Padres, the Cubs, the A's, and the Rockies before we see the Padres here on Saturday in our next broadcast, and we certainly hope you'll join us for that. For our engineer, Matt Prelip, for Kevin Walker, Jet Nelson, and Adam C. in Master Control. For Matt Hicks and for Jared Sandler, I'm Eric Nadel. Thanks for joining us. The final again, the Angels 10 and the Rangers 7. Until Saturday, so long, everybody. Here's the payoff pitch. He struck him out swinging. Got him on a splitter. Evaldi strikes out 3 in the inning. He has 7 punch-outs on the night.
And that ball hit high and deep into left field. Dominguez goes back, watches with the rest of us as Josh Young has just walked off the New York Yankees.
Swung on, lofted in the air, left center field. Langford on the run, lunges and makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play.